Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Not come on in. Not come. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right?
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. I'm back for another BondyBlue show. Okay, back for another BondyBlue show. Okay, listen, shout out to the husband for the roses. Thank you, love. Okay, listen, I hope y'all are having a good beginning of your week. It is exhausting doing this job at times like this. You feel like you're in wall to wall. You feel like you're in wall to wall coverage. What's the next celebrity abuse scandal that's gonna take place? It's exhausting. Okay, so up here at the top, I have Diddy G, Skai Jackson, Diddy Trial, Don Richard, and more. Cause y'all know I'm staying on top of it. Listen, it's so many stories, y'all. Okay, so first of all, New Orleans made the blogs this week. I'm gonna start with some local news. I'm sorry, y'all. Only in fucking New Orleans, right? Only in New Orleans. And this is not the first time this has happened, y'all. Just so we're clear, this is not the first time inmates have escaped from NOPD prison, from the jailhouse, so that they can go out on bourbon and have like recess. So that they can get out. Okay? Child, when I tell y'all, I'm not surprised. I was talking to a young lady the other day, and she said she was a police officer, and I said NOPD. She said, God no. She said, God no. Okay? Because nobody wants to be a cop down here. I'm gonna tell you, the only thing we normally get right, the only thing that we kind of excel at is being able to like finagle a large crowd. Now that's when Harrison was the police chief. Now, girl, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like people be out there like, what are y'all doing? I feel like it's not enough incentive to be an NOPD officer. Y'all need to either pay them people more, like something needs to shake, because they don't want to be there and they act like they don't want to be there. Because what the fuck is this, y'all? I'm not even going to argue with y'all. Let's play the footage from WDSU. This is not the news station that I worked at.
I'm joined now by my colleague, Travers Mackle. Travers, you actually got the first call into the newsroom about this.
Just to get back to what the sheriff said, just to what she said, let's go back to Sheriff Connor, but that is not transparent when they don't take questions and they don't say, Shay, if you could ask him that right now,
I just wanted to know why you didn't let us know.
I'll let you know as soon as we knew.
And I mean, Gary, how long did they dig a hole to get out? Could you let us know? Travers, I don't know if you can hear me right now, but I just tried to speak with Gary Sheets about the situation. As you can see, he did not want to talk. We're going to continue to try to find out as much information as we can. I'm just going to pitch things back to you. If you can see me.
Yeah, no, Shay, we hear you and we see you. And that's
you asked the right question. You asked the right question.
Just with respectfully to the sheriff, that is the absolute opposite of transparency when they don't tell you how people got out and they don't alert the public or media. We actually, to be transparent, which is what we do, we actually called the man you were chasing down to alert him of the situation.
They did not know
this morning.
When we called this morning.
We called the NOPD and they did not know this morning. So when they say they alerted people, they actually learned from WDSU.
Shay?
That's absolutely correct. I mean, I can attest to calling several people who work here, and they did not know that an escape had even happened at the time. I mean, I know you all heard that there's been 11 people. So at first we were reporting that it was 7, but 11 detainees who have escaped. And I mean, just trying to ask them questions over and over about how it happened and why we're just finding out about it, why we had to alert them. It does seem that they aren't being transparent at all. Travis.
So this is the beginning, y'all. This was the beginning of us finding out about this shit the next morning, not understanding what the fuck was going on. Hold up, is this it? This is the French Quarter where 2 inmates were spotted just, in a hoodie, walking down the street, making my way. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, y'all. Look, this is the comment. It's 400 degrees outside and they're in hoodies. That's not sus. Yo, it's hot as I need for y'all to understand. Today has lit yesterday. Like the days that this was going on this weekend has been the hottest days of the year thus far. They've only caught 3 of them niggas. I'm sorry. They've only caught 3 of them. Wait a minute. Where's the footage? Here's the footage. Hold up. Wait, I thought I had saved it.
Do you want to speak to the people? I think everybody's live in here. Do you want to say you're sorry to the people of New Orleans for having this happen? I mean, we've heard from you several times today, but do you want to offer any kind of contrition or apology to people for something like this happening?
Well, first we have to find out exactly what happened and how.
Girl, girl.
On the screen, this is
Look at this shit, y'all. That's the video. Inmate moment. Shows moment. 10 inmates escaped. They jugging it loose. Somebody got out. I knew it, y'all. The little nigga got out first. The little nigga who could fit through the toilet hole. Cause y'all, they got out through a toilet hole. Wait a minute. I need to find the picture. Cause I could have sworn I saved the toilet hole picture. Hold up. Where is it at? Child, WDSU, I'm gonna need for y'all to have had this. Okay, hold up. Inmates escape. Bop, 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 bop. Okay, they caught one of them. One of them niggas was like, it's too hot for this. I'm
joined now by my colleague, Travers Mackel. Travers, you actually got the first call into the news.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't care about that. Here it go. I'm sorry, y'all. Because they stupid. Too easy, y'all. And not the right to. But they in jail, so that's to be expected. Now I'm innocent. You can't be innocent, my y'all like most hated, and then put the 9 in the middle for the night walk. I cannot catch me when you can. Too easy. So look, it wasn't that easy, y'all. It wasn't that easy. It looked like it took a while. Look. Listen, they had the little nigga get out through this hole, okay? Then the little nigga got out and did this.
On the screen, this is where you see inmates drawing open the sliding door to the cell that they used to escape. The whole, this is how it is. So, sure.
Nobody was at work that day, is what it felt. It felt like that whole day wasn't nobody at work.
I want to speak to the people.
I don't care about an apology. I don't care about it. I really want y'all to figure out what happened, but we already know what it is. Y'all ain't doing what y'all supposed to be doing. Y'all not doing what y'all supposed to be doing. Y'all not paying them people enough. Y'all got them. Y'all got lawmakers introduce legislation require immediate notification of jail escapes. Bruh, this not a requirement already? You a paper chaser. You got the block on fire, remaining a G until the moment you aspire. You know what it is to make nothing out of something. You handle your biz and don't be crying at the suffering. Y'all can't do nothing but love fresh music, huh? You bought my tape with your check, huh? I'm sorry. This shit not funny. This shit not funny. Because the immediate, it's funny, but it's not funny. It's funny, but it's not. It's funny only because, like, New Orleans people and black people, period, don't take nothing seriously. Like, that's why it's funny. But it's not funny because it's, like, really funny. Because I don't know what none of them niggas did. Like, I don't know if it said on there what any of them niggas did. Okay? I hate the fact I know people hate when I say the N-word. I don't know how else to talk about this. Like, I'm trying to find the young men, the scrupulous individuals. Okay, like what would you like me to call the men that are breaking out of the prison so that they can go run down the street in the French Quarter, which is literally the most camera spot to be in? Child, I need to play Marco. Is it no, not Marco? Hold up. Y'all give me a second. I want to they also said that there's a fire at a plantation. We had a lot of fun with that. Look, this a footage of them just running out. Hold up, where is it? Why it's not playing? I think I'm frozen. They got me locked up. They won't let me out. No, but I bust the fuck out. Yeah. All right. Okay. I had to do some finagling. This the video. Okay, y'all. Y'all see it? It's just fine. Look, I don't know. I'm trying to be politically correct. Okay, I want people to work with me, but goddamn, I don't know what else to say. Making my way down.
An inmate.
Getting out of
These
jail.
are the people who were charged with murder. This is Derek Groves. Murder.
Yeah, nah. That's all I needed to hear. You ain't gotta tell me no more. You ain't gotta tell me no more. So some murder people who committed murder got out. Oh, okay. Yeah. Nah. That's not funny. Okay. So on top of
Murder and attempt remains active for the remaining escapees.
these murderers escaping prison through a hole in the wall where the toilet was supposed to be. Girl, what was the toilet going into? Oh, that's the shit pipe. Oh my God, y'all. It's not too easy. You got shit on you in order for you to get out. Like that's that. No, sir. Okay, hold up, y'all. I gotta go and I gotta find I gotta find something funny for y'all right quick. Because nigga, no, like it's just too much. Y'all know about the fire at the plantation. They said that the Annabelle doll is on the tour, right? And they said the Annabelle doll is the reason why all of this is happening. I said, child, I don't have time for y'all with this. Okay, I really don't. Hold up. Here you go. All right. Yeah, this was Mario and Corey. This shit, y'all, hilarious. Do you hear me? We finna watch it. Shout out to the creators.
Fuck your wife. We made. Man, that shit. Where them boys at? Where them boys at? I don't know, and I don't care. That's all on them. That's on your mama's house. Fuck no, she ain't gonna understand. What you wanna do though? We can do whatever. Yeah. Fuck, we free. You heard me? Like, bitch, we can do whatever. Like, we wanna do. Bitch, we free. Let's go. Let's do some regular free shit.
First day out type shit, you know what's going on, bitch. Too easy.
easy. Look, we can work for Marine Fire Watch, bitch. We can get us 25 an hour. We can fuck with that right quick. Facts. We can watch the fire in the water. Let's do it.
Grand opening, the bitch. They let us out that jail site. That bitch was a pool. Ooh. They thought we was about to do our time, nigga. That joke's on you.
Ooh, that thing fresh too, fresh out the grease. Damn. We gonna get 5 piece? 5 piece?
We facing 5 piece. Yeah, man.
We need licenses and ID, genius. Oh fuck me. Damn, they got our shit. What we gonna work in then?
Yeah, man, free us, man. Free us like a dog at that chain gang.
Yo, bitch. And this bitch dropping tonight.
Yeah, I'm on tenders to the fries. You say these fries fresh?
We on the run. We need 12 pieces of chicken. Bourbon. They pay you for cash for the weak ass dishwashing job. Oh yeah, we can do that. Look, I'm gonna put you in the reference on my shit, all right? Bet. We need to get on this ASAP. We need to go out the country. Yep, straight up.
You look good, shit, but we gonna kill him in there. Come trim. We go to
Treehouse tonight.
Treehouse tonight. Trimming treehouse. Want some tenders? Some wings, look at some barbecue sauce. Look, get some liquor too, man.
Liquor? Nigga, we running.
And we be home soon, you hear me? Straight
Straight
up.
out go. And we got the nigga Wildlife record this bitch.
Contact music!
Man! What the fuck? Man, what the fuck, sir?
Star Wars, you know, man. You know how I do it,
You want? What?
We want it a little bit. So nobody don't want us.
Nobody don't want us.
You want it, little bitch.
12 apiece. Come on.
I ain't lying. We should have thought this through.
Hey, bro. They catching everybody, bro. They even got an over and under bets on us. They got us on FanDuel.
I think we should just turn ourselves in. That way we don't get that much time if we do it like that, because we giving up like we went on like a little vacation. We ain't really run like that, you hear me?
So we just tell the judge we was on recess?
Yeah.
We gonna go in the same way we came out. We gonna sneak
Bitch,
back in.
they close it up. Let's just go. We just gonna go turn ourselves back in. Come on, bitch.
You right,
It's
dog.
hot out this bitch. At least they got air and shit, bro.
I know, bro.
Come on, bitch. Come on, hand sample, bitch.
Shout out to them niggas, boy. Shout out to Mario and Corey. Bruh. My favorite part is them in the studio, bruh. My favorite part is them in the studio, because that's how New Orleans men, bruh. New Orleans people feel like they can rap just because they know how to talk shit. right? You heard me? The killer part is when nigga was poop. Yo, oh my God. No, that's how hot it was this weekend. That's how hot it was this weekend. It like y'all picked the wrong time to escape. Y'all picked the wrong time to escape. And then nigga got out so that they could try to find a job. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. But this is not the first time, y'all. Hold up. I didn't laugh not one time. You didn't? I'm sorry. It's funny to me, y'all. I'm sorry. But not because, listen, not because it's not serious, but because they don't take nothing seriously. They just don't. They don't. I hope they catch all them niggas. Please don't misunderstand me. I'm not one of them people. This is what's aggravating me. There's a group of people that want these niggas to be free just because y'all feel like somebody breaking out of jail is like freeing a slave or something. Like y'all put those two things in the same box together, some of y'all, and that's not true. I'm laughing, but I want all y'all to be arrested. Like, I hope y'all didn't hurt nobody. Right now, I can laugh at this because ain't nobody been hurt. Y'all just left air conditioned, I'm thinking, because they just redid that whole prison not too long ago. It's crazy that y'all was able to finagle y'all way out that bitch. Y'all must be on the old side. But at the end of the day, y'all, the funny part is how hot it is and how even a nigga in jail will go back to jail because of how hot it is out here. Like, I just want y'all to understand. That's all. Okay? You could be upset. I still want them to go to jail, but this shit was hilarious. I'm sorry. Oh, here come the children. Here come the children playing instruments and shit. Oh, Lord, these children getting ready for band season. This how I was, aggravating the shit. Y'all, I was in a band. I know I was aggravating the shit out of the people that lived in proximity to them fucking cymbals. Listen, pinch my arm many a day. Pinch my arm many a day. We can't hear him, so you go, okay, no, that's good. No, because like, nigga was in the backyard hitting them cymbals with reckless abandon. Oh my God. Hold up, y'all. I need to do a refresh because shit's sticking. Hold up. Come on. Oh, stupid. So the part of this that's not funny is the fact that they still haven't caught most of these niggas. That's the part that's not funny. And the part that, like, there's a murderers out on the loose in the streets of New Orleans. But the reason why New Orleans people are not that scared is because there are always murderers on the loose all up and through New Orleans. Like, if we being real, like, we know what it is. We know what it is. That's why those of us that are from here stay out the way. Like, we go to certain events, we be at certain stuff, but for the most part, we stay out the way because ain't nobody got time for whatever the fuck niggas be on out in the street doing the most. Smelling that dope. Snorting that coke. Okay. I live on the West Bank of New Orleans. Okay. So I live a bridge. So unless they got a ride, they not walking over the bridge to get here. Okay. They would have been seen. Okay. Y'all, Smokey Robinson. We talked to Smokey Robinson. Smokey Robinson. Shout out to Jamie Foxx. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm tickled. And y'all gonna have to fuck with it, okay? Until I get agitated and depressed again once we get to the end of this and it's time for me to roll my intro. Okay. According to reports, Smokey Robinson is under investigation by the LA County Sheriff's Department after 3 women filed SA assault reports. TMZ has learned the Special Victims Unit has launched a criminal probe, which is still in its early stages. Investigators plan to contact Smokey about the allegations. Thought you was gonna get away with that shit, huh? You thought you was gonna be able to do that in your house and it was gonna be all well and good, huh? Yeah, man. Listen. I find it hard not to believe just because I have the reverse reaction than everybody else. I feel like a lot of people out there think because the person is famous, that means they automatically didn't do it. And now you have to prove that they did it. I feel like if you have money, you are able to like take advantage of people in situations because you have money and because so many other people don't. So for me, and then I want y'all to pay attention to the ones that's always coming from the front. That's from this old crowd, right? This old crowd like Bill Cosby that like to come out sometimes and, smoking that dough. Y'all want to tell the younger generation how they fucking up, right? In one way or another. And then we peel back the headline that's been painted on since the goddamn 60s and find out that you men were into some nefarious activities yourselves. Very much in some very, 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 weird, obscene, dangerous type situations. Now, if y'all don't know what happened, hold up, let me pull it up. Y'all, I don't know why every time I try to switch from one tab to the next, it's giving me all these problems and shit. I don't appreciate this. I'm about to go find Smokey Robinson down to the bitch. Smokey, Smokey Robinson. Y'all, every time it freezes on me, I'm gonna just start singing. Let me separate it. Okay. Separated. Talking about you and me. Separated. Now it's gotta be. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm having technical difficulties that's making it difficult to have a smooth show. I hope the energy is helping. Okay. Let me pull it up on my phone because I don't have time for whatever is going on my desktop. I'm going to have to unplug everything and, go through a whole upgrade. Okay. Look. So Smokey Robinson. I hate you, Jamie Foxx. Because now I can't stop. Smokey Robinson. All right. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department said Thursday that it opened a criminal investigation into R and SA allegations against Motown music luminary Smokey Robinson. The department said in a statement that its SVU bureau, okay, listen, how they start off, y'all? These dedicated detectives that investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories. Okay. Last week, 4 former housekeepers of Robinson filed a lawsuit alleging all types of assault over the years. The suit filed in LA Superior Court seeks at least $50 million in damages over the alleged assault, which the women say took place from 2007 to 2024. Robinson's lawyer said there was no merit to the allegations against the 85-year-old musical icon, who was among the hit makers of the 60s. Girl, listen. All that mean to me is that you are more liable to have gotten away with things for an extended period of time when you're 85 and somebody accuses you of this. Okay. I want to get to let me see. The lawyers for the women say they are pleased to learn that law enforcement is pursuing the allegations. The reason why I say that is because when we originally talked about this, it was a civil suit. Upon the civil suit, it seems now the police department has been given enough evidence that they want to now investigate. I think that says a lot. And for me, I feel like whenever there is somebody that has been able to get away with harming people for a long time, I love justice and retribution for victims, not for the reasons that a lot of y'all want justice and retribution. Because some of y'all want justice and retribution as long as it's a white person being held accountable. But if it's somebody black, then we need to defer to the white people, because apparently even though a lot of y'all tend to not like the clear people, you want to be like them very badly. Y'all really want to be like white people with their ability to get away with doing terrible things to people. It's weird to me. It's weird that that's the thing. Like, you know, why can't the black men get away with things the way the white men do? That's all we want. We just want to be able to assault people and get away with it like the white people do. Okay? Dave Chappelle told y'all that years ago. Dave Chappelle ended. I will always go back to this because I'm such a huge Dave Chappelle fan, and it just didn't really click for me at first. Okay? It didn't really click for me at first. But he says, y'all remember the skit about the smooth Botox balls? He was like, my God, those balls are as smooth as eggs. Yes, I'll suck your balls. Like, it's a whole skit, right? About him going to get his balls waxed and what that's supposed to mean for him as it pertains to women. But at the end of it, he basically says, I just want to be able to swipe my balls across some woman's face and get away with it. That's basically all I want. Like, so I mean, pay attention. They're telling you, like, it's not that hard. So everybody that's in the comments arguing on behalf of these people, when it's like irrefutable evidence coming out that something's wrong with these men, and y'all still want to come in somebody's comments arguing on their behalf, I feel like you can have your feelings, but you shouldn't get online and be so indignant about it. Because a lot of y'all are just like uneducated, loud, ignorant, dick riding, and there's like a agginess about it. You're not trying to promote truth. Like, you're not trying to be the black women that are like, you know, we understand history and black men have been abused, so we're trying to make sure that isn't happening here. That's not what y'all are doing. That's what y'all pretend like y'all doing. But what you're really doing is getting up here projecting how this triggers you. There are a lot of y'all that have been assaulted and you blame yourselves. And when somebody decides to come out and talk about it, especially somebody who you can hate because they're pretty, they're beautiful, they were afforded a lot of money, whatever the situation is, if you can hate them, you will misdirect your anger. It's a lot of women out there who have experienced assault and are still online defending the abusers, still online saying shit like, you ain't innocent. And I wonder why that's brought up. That is such a shamey thing to say. It reminds me, and whenever I hear somebody say it, it reminds me of the way y'all talk to teenage girls who have been assaulted by y'all's boyfriends and shit. You ain't innocent. Like this thing where you feel like a child is in control of a man in a situation. And so you can look at a child like they're nasty and they're whore and they're thirsty for attention to the point that they would fuck their own, family member's man, their mom's man. Like, look at how nasty you are. Instead of looking at it like, look how nasty the man is for doing that. Look how diabolical and evil he is for seeking you out, knowing that you have a child he can take advantage of. Y'all don't think about it like that. You don't think about it like these men who are extremely successful, very smart, know exactly what they're doing before the woman even figures out how she's being used. She ain't even peeped it yet. They don't even they haven't even like Haley Bailey in DDG. Y'all know I felt like Haley Bailey was being indignant and ignorant and being a fucking follower. But I also recognize when you are a young woman coming from very strict parents, how being around people whose parents aren't as strict can sometimes be alluring to you, and you can see it as something that might be better than your family dynamic at first. And then over time, you start to see who these people really are. They don't have any boundaries. They don't have any real respect for each other. And that's where some of this freedom comes from. I don't give a fuck. Like, that's where it comes from. It's like, when you start, your hood friend will be like, girl, I wish my mama did care, because your parents is like, where are you? And what are you doing? And, the hood girl, like, once they get to a certain point and they being honest with themselves, they'll say, man, I wish my mama cared. I can't tell y'all how many times I feel like me and my sister have heard that from people, that they wish their mom showed up for them the way our mom would show up for us and for other girls, like other people, period. That's just how Tanya is. Okay. She gonna show up, babe. Okay. But it's just like when you back it all the way up, y'all. Tokyo Tony was online. You know, Tokyo Tony's online defending whoever. I can't even remember who she was defending. It could have been Diddy. It could have been DDG Child. All of the old ignorant aunties who are bitter about choices they've made when they look at young women who have been more successful and didn't have to give up so much of themselves to do it. They always kind of look at the younger women like something is wrong with them for identifying the abuse, because you was just supposed to stay quiet and keep pushing and take the L, and you knew what you, like all of that bullshit. No, I don't have to do any of that. Just like somebody in my comments, y'all. And I want to let y'all know, like, this is revealing people. I told motherfuckers yesterday, I'm blocking y'all. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not going back and forth with you. At some point, y'all are choosing to be ignorant, and I'm going to just block you, because I really would love to curate a space that is safe for people, and y'all make the space unsafe. Y'all make my comments unsafe. It's not about, oh, you don't like people disagreeing with you. That's not what it's about. I don't like people coming into my space, triggering me and other people like me who know exactly what the fuck this is. You don't know what you're talking about. You just got a lot of feelings and a lack of education. But you feel like your mindset, your opinion should be heard just because my opinion is being heard. No, babe. I'm not social media. I'm not Instagram. I'm not YouTube. I am Bondi on these platforms. So if you want to say how you feel, you should do what you do. I'm doing what I do, but I don't have to allow anybody in my space that I find abusive or unsafe. And I feel like a lot of you women who defend these men, y'all are the women that we have to be weary of. Y'all are the reason why we have to admit to men that we also worry about women when it comes to certain things. Now, men are still the center of what these women are all about, which is why they're doing this grimy, snaky, weird ass shit that they do. But a lot of y'all will deny the abuse and all of that because y'all want this shit to happen to women. Y'all have whatever, internal anger, bitterness, insecurity, whatever you got going on the inside. But y'all come in these comments and y'all make this an unsafe space with the vitriol of, we just don't like men. Tory just came out with new evidence. Everybody and they fucking mama on social media with a platform has been talking about how that was hearsay. When I saw Mecca talking about how Lauren LaRosa is reporting the Diddy trial, I was like, okay, so the vibe check. Okay, we're for the most part, we passing the vibe check around here. Okay, so that means that if you are one of the few women or men who actually want to come into somebody like my comments, who's very, very open and honest about how they feel about these things, I speak up about these things like it's what I do. If you think you're about to come into my space and hide in some comments and get your little slick shit off, please don't misunderstand me. I may not have said anything to you, but try to engage with the content and watch I don't see it. Y'all are being blocked. Y'all are being blocked. I need to tell y'all, I'm not arguing with any of y'all. If that is the space that you are in, we are not on the same frequency. I want people to come to me that are on the same frequency as me. I'm sorry. That's where I'm at with it. And I don't care. I do not care. It's exhausting. As somebody who is, because if you want to, domestic violence is not just between romantic partners. I feel like what happened in my household growing up is domestic violence. I very much am triggered by a lot of the things that are going on. I recognize the patterns. I know what I'm looking at. And I don't want anybody that doesn't know what the fuck they talking about creating all of this doubt, because doubt is a part of the problem, because most of us abuse victims know how often we blame ourselves and how often we didn't see what was happening clearly while it was happening. So we don't need y'all stupid motherfuckers coming into the comments adding to our trauma by telling us we not experiencing what we experiencing, we not seeing what we seeing. I'm not dealing with that. Go somewhere else with that shit. There are a whole bunch of, evil, weird ass social media people that will agree with you. Go over there. Don't come over here. Okay? Don't come over here. I'm going to block you. I don't care. So let's get into the show. It's dark out here, fellas, said the game. Our options are deal with a crazy ass loyal chick or a super cool hoe. And ladies, what are our choices? Deal with a manipulative fake good guy or deal with some ragamuffin degenerate street nigga that's gonna abuse us too and cheat? Like, which, bitch, pick one. You gonna get your head knocked between the washing machine and the dryer either way. Okay? So we speaking on the game, right? The game is out here saying that's an ignorant thing for a grown-ass man to say. I just want to be clear. That's an ignorant thing. If you didn't know, what he said was some ignorant shit for a grown-ass man to say. It is indicative of the regress mindset he has, right? So let's take it over here because Evelyn is still on her podcast with her daughter talking about Jennifer. Let's hear what they had to say because, you know, this is tied together for me because I'm starting to get aggravated with how much Evelyn and her daughter can sit there and act like they're not doing the same thing. You having a baby with a man accused of R? Ma'am, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Like, are you okay?
Right? She was married to Eric. We all saw what happened that season, right? Eric treated her like shit. And there are a lot of things that happen in that relationship that I feel bad for her that she experienced certain things, right? He threw the drink in her face and the world got to see that, right? Boom. Horrible. She breaks up with him and then she starts dating Tim. Okay? Tim from Sweetie Pies.
So you giving us the breakdown of Jennifer's pattern of behavior with scammy ass men. Point. But baby, what about you picking men who are violent and your daughter having a baby by a man that's violent? Because you can't tell me the game not violent. Like, you can't tell me that JCon is not an issue and a motherfucking problem. Matter of fact, I don't even be paying attention like that. But let's see. The game arrest record. I'm just curious because I don't really know like that. Okay, AI. Game. Then 37. Okay, hold up. This is just, they talking about that one arrest. Enter the no contest plea to one misdemeanor count of criminal threats and battery, and also pleaded no contest to one felony count of grand theft. I don't know what that was about. The game must pay $7 million in damages after losing bid for reality. What? I don't know what that say. Rapper, the game hit with felony charges. I wish they would have done one like people did. Let's see. But I mean, you could just look it up, and there is at least one that felony charge. Look, 2007 hit with felony charges because he had a gun in a school zone. Child, hold up, let me see. The game was charged on June 4th. This is back in the day, back 2007, my nigga. This old, okay? But this is a history of, you know, the felony charges against 27-year-old rapper Jason Terrell Taylor stem from a fight in February 24th, from a pickup game, okay? Taylor pulled a gun from his red Cadillac Escalade after punching a player on the opposing team. Child, not bitch, not white man can't jump. I'm going to my car, and when I come back, I'll shoot all you want. Y'all remember that scene from that movie, from a white man can jump? That's definitely what that's giving. Okay, hold up. What else, girl? What else? Because I feel like it's been more shit than just this. It's been more shit. That was 2007. So I feel like it's been stuff even after that. The game sentence for punching Los Angeles policemen. Okay, so this was 8 years ago. Yeah. So, you know, you just got to look for it. And I'm not about to spend too much time looking for shit, but I just pulled up 3 different instances of him being violent, right? The shit that happened with the girl where you're sticking your fingers where they don't belong. You know, you done brought a gun and then hit somebody and then threatened to shoot people down to the basketball game. Like, you know, that crazy nigga from White Man Can Jump. Like you fought a police officer. Yeah, the game is violent. I feel like I could say that based off of just what I Googled, right? Fuck his persona. Fuck him being gang affiliated and all of those things. Let's just look at the shit that's on the internet. Okay? So I just want y'all to stop looking at it as, oh, that was such a long time ago. And instead, look at it like, so that nigga still doing crazy shit? Probably gets a little bit smarter about staying out of trouble. But my point still remains that it's crazy for you to be sitting up there with your daughter going through the track list of terrible men that Jennifer has been with, as if you and your daughter don't have a track list of terrible men all on your fucking own. The psychology there is kind of, girl, like, how you gonna sit up here and try to what's it called? When they be trying to like identify whatever your issue is, bitch. Don't try to psychologize me, bitch. Okay, let me make up a word. Don't be trying to prescribe me with nothing, bitch. You don't know what's going on in my life. Okay, that's just the you know what the girls want to say. Okay. But I feel like at the end of the day, this is like pot meat kettle, which is crazy. And also, Evelyn, you're extremely violent. I think it's so aggravating for people to act like the violence and the being accused of assault is not an issue. Like, that's actually worse than stealing money from people, to be clear. That's why this is like, okay, Evelyn, okay, girl, you were right at first, but at this point, it's like you're grandstanding. It's like you think you're up here somewhere and Jennifer's down here somewhere, when really y'all is about right here. Okay, is that all right? All right, because Christian Gold might be a scammer. And he did abuse that girl that jumped off. Yeah, nah. Ugh. Whew. He wasn't accused of what? Damn. So y'all are about what and what? Y'all are about what and what? Okay. Psychoanalyze. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Y'all know how hard it be for me to find the word sometimes. Psychoanalyze. Okay. Don't be out here psychoanalyzing me if you have not psychoanalyzed you and your daughter that Jackie Christie said was a builder whore. And then your daughter end up having a baby with a man that's your age, a man that you probably had the prospect of dating at some point, but you don't, after a while she stopped doing rappers, even though we heard about her possibly fucking with Future at some point. Girl, I don't know. You see Evelyn, I think Evelyn might have went on a date or two with Drake. Girl, I can't even keep track. Girl. But it's weird. It's weird. In 2014, so we had a 2007, a 2014, and we still, girl, I can't imagine the shit that has happened that nobody knows about. Because see, for me, I feel like most of these celebrity men have done things that have been covered up. So whatever you see, assume there's more. Okay, hold up. What else she said?
And she starts dating Tim Thicky Thighs, fucking Norman from Sweetie Pies. She wanted to marry him, and he ends up in jail because
y'all want to be us so bad. Y'all want to be us YouTubers so bad. I wish y'all would just be reality stars sometimes, but y'all want to be like us so bad. Okay. And the reason why I say that is because only when you're not actually in something can you sit and have that type of conversation looking at a situation. Either you're going to be talking about your shit or we're not going to have a conversation. Like, it is really weird for you to be her castmate, for you to be the person that she was standing on side as you abused other people, for you to be sitting up here taking this very, grandstandy ass position is very weird. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it.
He's set up.
Oh, you know what it reminds me of? You thinking that you better than everybody because you're the Latina amongst the black girls. That's what it reminds me of. I don't need to hear nothing else. Yo nigga a scammer, your daughter nigga a scammer, Jennifer nigga a scammer, and y'all over there trying to make us care about basketball wives, and it is kind of sort of working, but not even because of y'all, bitch. It's really happening. It's really happening because of Jackie Christie and her daughter. Jackie Christie and her daughter. Oh, why I'm clicking on it this season? Because bitch, I want to see the favorite daughter getting your ass. I do. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay. Did y'all see this? Now I know some of y'all don't watch this show. This is a quick before we get to the DDG of it all. And then we're gonna do Sky Jackson. Okay. I know y'all don't watch Love and Marriage Detroit. But girl, if you watch Love and Marriage Detroit, you will know that Brandon and Christina Bowman being divorced. When I tell you, I'm sorry, y'all. When I tell you, this lady worked on my nerves. But that husband, girl, he was trying to destroy you. You needed to let him go. Let me run it for y'all if y'all don't know. Right quick, right fast. So Love and Marriage Detroit had this couple on it. It was like the head couple. He worked in music. She sang. It feels like at the beginning of their career, it was like, the beginning of their relationship, it was like a love bombing type of situation. I think they were married within the first 6 months of like meeting and knowing each other. He is also biracial with a Caucasian mother. And his Caucasian mother said, I left your daddy because he ain't never want to help me. So the white lady is like, I had a raggedy ass black man. I raised a raggedy ass black man. Okay. And so that raggedy ass black man, I think, went and sold Christina a dream that they was going to be out here making music together. Right. It was going to be real cute. But really, he got with her just so he could keep other people from having her. Because I feel like we saw maybe like last season, there was an issue with a guy who she used to work with and how Brandon felt about that. And how his boyfriend Anthony felt about it. Like, it was just messy, right? You got to watch it to see. But it's definitely giving, he made her a worse person. Like, she's kind of like, all about self when it comes to her friends and all of that. Like a very gaslighty ass person. But you could tell it's because she's so used to arguing with that nigga like that. She's so used to arguing with him where he's telling her the sky is green when it's blue. Or when she says the grass is green, he says, yeah, but that tree is orange. It's a lie, and that has nothing to do with the point, but it's a way to deflect the argument. So now I'm about to argue with you about the tree being orange. Because, bitch, what? They divorced. And they needed to. He was very much cheating on her, even though they was lying about it and acting like he wasn't cheating on her. But this is the type of man that would just up and leave and be gone for days at a time. 3 days gone, down to the studio with his young artist clock. Okay, so just whenever I tell people, biracial man who look like this, okay, he lighter, got a little soft texture hair, went and got him with a church girl, okay, who gonna sacrifice her life for you because she feel like she's sacrificing her life for the Lord by being a wife and a mother. So you get like the indoctrination is already put in play. Right? When you get church girls who have been really indoctrinated into this shit, they are perfect because all of the let the man rule thing has already been put in. That's why I say it's aggravating when y'all try to act like the Bible doesn't teach you these things sometimes, because essentially, because it said this too. Yeah, but that this part is still in there, and this is the part that people are using to impress upon the average black woman in a church that her life is to be of service to somebody else. That is not sustainable. Your life is not supposed to be about somebody else. If nobody told you, I don't care if you're a mother, I don't care if you're a wife, your life is not supposed to be about somebody else. You can have these experiences as a wife, as a mother. It's a part of who you are, but it's not solely who you are. You have to have your own identity, your own hobby, your own way of living life, because your children are eventually going to grow up and leave. And these niggas, like, girl, you ain't need to keep him. He was going to continue to suck all of the life out of you, girl. That's all he was going to do. This the message. After nearly 14 years of marriage, the Smith, I think they meant the Smiths, have made the difficult decision to part ways. This decision was well thought out and wasn't made lightly. Oh, girl, we know you should have left him last season, which was what, 2 years ago? It comes after a great deal of reflection, care, and understanding. As we begin this new chapter, we remain committed to co-parenting our greatest blessings, Britton and Bailey. Even though, didn't he just say during a reunion show that he was ready to divorce her and the children? So we'll see how good of a parent he is once all of this, divorce has played out. We'll see. We are deeply grateful for your support and ask for your prayers and kindness as we navigate this transition as a family. With appreciation, Christina, Brandon, Britton, and Bailey. I'm actually annoyed that you wrote the message for y'all. This is like an example of her still being of service to him. Like, this comment says Christina was in that marriage by herself. This doesn't sound like the both of y'all said this. This looks like you are saying this for the both of y'all because his punk ass ain't gonna say nothing. She says they are officially divorced. Y'all didn't cover it? I heard they got renewed for another season. Did they cover the divorce? Because, bitch, that's what we wanted to see after watching the way this man treated that girl and all of that. Like, and please don't get me wrong. She was annoying as fuck as it pertains to the other people. But in the relationship, the way he treated her, the way he talked to her, and he was trying to fix it, but you could tell him fixing it was really so that he didn't have to like take care of himself. Because even when they were separated and not living in the same house, he would come over to see the kids and bring his laundry, like for her to wash his clothes, y'all. They were separated. And she literally said, I feel so much better when he's gone because I don't have to worry about him. I don't have to think about, because he's a big ass baby. Like, he's one of them men that will sit there and pout, like just energy suck type shit, right? So I know if y'all don't know them, like, girl, I want to see the divorce, girl. I wanted to see what happened after y'all put us through all of that shit. I want to see the divorce. But I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her. I'm happy for him because he didn't really seem to like her. He didn't really seem to want to be married to her. He would act as if he was, she was trying to force him to be somebody he wasn't by being a dependable husband. He would always say, I feel like because of her and her church thing, she's always trying to make me be somebody I'm not. And she would also use that church language to try to get him to want to be better, right? Because you're like praying that, if you really want to lead, then God will impress upon you to do this, this, and this. Girl, just keep it cute. Just keep it simple. Niggas ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Lick the pearl tongue, nigga. Keep your dick. Get the fuck out after I come in my coupe and make a quick run. You ain't shit to me, yo. I spending grands down in Rio. Menage a trio. Garage like it's CEO. 4.6. I'm sorry. Y'all know I be listening to Trina. Okay. So this had happened down to the internet, right? And I saw one post where they covered everybody's faces. Everybody was dragging this lady because of the way she, posted in this video shoot with her kids. Child, them children are beautiful. Look at the little boy with the strange smile. The children are beautiful, okay? The oldest daughter looked tired. The oldest daughter, like she tired of her mama coming around when her and her little boyfriends are, the little boys that she like might be, and here come your mama thick as fuck showing ass and titties every time she come down to the school, just want attention so bad. Girl, these hoes is exhausting. I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't think this a BBL. I don't think so. Like, look at her leg. Girl, that don't look like no BBL. It don't. That look, cause look at her leg. That look like somebody real ass. Maybe she got a suction cup right before the photo shoot. Cause you go down to your lash tech or somebody and had them do the suction cups on your butt and it kind of make it sit up. You know what I'm saying? For a little bit of time. But it's absolutely given the oldest daughter is being raised to take care of the children. She tired of her mama. But she love her. That's all she got. And she here. Okay. Middle daughter is like, bitch, I'm trying to be cute like my mom. Okay. I'm trying to grow up and be cute like my mom. Listen. They eating her up in the comments though. And I commented on, let me see. I want to find the one that I commented on because I want to like talk about how I can see the issue here, but how I don't like the way other people talk about it. Because it gives like y'all just looking for an opportunity to be, I don't know, to just be aggy or really malicious. Okay. Like, okay, so here's the one. Here's the one I had, right? I said, now what the somebody said, now what the fuck you take a family picture dressed like this? People so damn attention seeking. She right? I said, it's the body language of the oldest daughter for me. She's tired of that lady. Like, without the faces, you can see in her body language, it's like, girl, it's definitely giving Tony Braxton. It's definitely giving Tony Braxton, right? I said she tired of that lady, LOL. Somebody said, laughing my ass off, she probably like mom has to be half naked everywhere she goes for male attention since our dads left her in the dust and never looked back. Ha ha ha. Yeah, no, this is fucked up to me because it makes the men leaving the woman to take care of the children on her own funny. And I don't think that's funny. Like, see what I mean by taking it a step further? You should see the little boy face. He looks disgusted. That's not why though. He looking like that because at some point kids don't really know how to smile if they tired of smiling. If they tired of smiling, they're just gonna do this. Like, Marlon, say cheese, show your teeth. Not a real smile. Okay, it's because they tired of taking pictures. All right. Okay. But yeah, that comment, y'all, I was just like, you kind of taking it a little bit too far because it sounds like what you're insinuating is that it's her fault that the men are not there to take care of these children, or the man is not there to take care of the children. Like that's what that comment insinuated to me. And I didn't like that. I still said what the fuck I said. And we can agree that mamas like this can be very stressful. It's not about them being like sexually free. It's about the way they have to make everything about them all the time, even when it's supposed to be about their kids, like it's a competition. And there are mothers like that. And I feel like a lot of times when a mom is always showing off her body, that is what's happening. That's the bad part about that. Moms who don't consider their children, moms who are constantly like, looking for some man. So everything is about a man. Yes, that is a problem. Absolutely. But I do not like the mindset that, because she's a single mom. Like, no, we're not about to do all that. Case by case basis, nigga. And any man that had sex with that woman without a condom, had a child with her, and then left her to take care of it on her own, that nigga is worse than her. I want you to be clear. I want you to be clear that the man that leaves this woman to raise children on her own is worse than her and her ass in this picture. I want you to be clear. Because even if you want to think about it like the woman is worse, think about why you left the kids there with it in. If she ain't shit like that and you so much better, why did you leave the children there with her? It's because you ain't give a fuck. You was trying to have a good time with a thick bitch. Okay? What's going on, Kimi Kim? Thank you for the super chat. Shaking my head. The way they said dad's like she got multiple baby daddies, always doing too much. No, for real. Like, these kids could be by the same man. These kids could be by the same man, and the nigga could be deceased or some shit like that. We don't know what the fuck going on in this lady life for you to be making all them projections. We just know what it's like to have attractive mothers. Whether your mom is trying to be attractive or not, if you have an attractive mom, you're going to experience people trying to create triangulation with you and your mom. I don't know if y'all have ever experienced that, but I say that because my mom was not the type to be dressing all like sexual, but my mom is very beautiful and very kind. So people always like her. Whenever we would have boyfriends, girlfriends, other people, and I noticed it's about one of my ex-girlfriends always trying to create triangulation. The way she would think it was so funny to always want to bring up my mom, like in order to make me feel jealous. Why do you want me to be jealous of my fucking mom? Do you know how crazy that is? And I didn't even realize it back then. It's just like, oh, shut up, because I'm so used to people saying it. But that's weird as fuck for you to try to like make me jealous of my mom. That's weird. And of course, I'm never that, because to me, I look just like her. But the way people will use that against you is very exhausting. And it's not always about your mom. It's really about the way people are responding to it. So yeah, some of y'all that have experienced that, yeah, you can still be sexy as fuck covered up. Absolutely. Absolutely. People are weird. Okay? But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Like, it could be the mama being out here doing the most, absolutely, but it's also the way people respond to your mama being fine. Like, it's just weird. It's weird, especially teens. Oh, every teenage boy that come around, oh, that's your mama? That's your mama? Oh, your mama fine? Like, what the fuck? Like, who are you here for, nigga? Okay, Bit Night, who you here for? Okay, I'm trying to bring Bit Night back so I can stop saying the BITC, BICTH, and in that order, so I can stop saying that. Hold up, y'all. Let me see what else I want to talk to y'all about, because it's a lot. There's a lot of shit going on. Let's take a look at this Shannon Sharp clip, because I want to get the little small stuff out the way before we get into the title stuff, right? And I saw this with Shannon Sharp right before I came up here, and I wanted to hear and see what they're talking about. So oblige me. Like the video, everybody. 1,400 of y'all in the room. Thank you so much for being here. You are appreciated, okay?
Just pay attention, watch, and learn.
Well, that's amazing. Justina, thank you for your time. We appreciate you stopping by Nightcap. We're definitely going to have you on Club Shay Shay. We haven't, I don't know, I'm trying to think. I don't think we've ever had a white woman on the show.
Well, Shay Shay, we know what happens with you and white women, but I'm a different.
Oh, there you go.
I'm a different kind. I'm a different kind.
She too old. She too old, and she too hood. Okay? Too well versed. That's somebody that's been hanging around Nick Cannon. They know what's up.
I've been to the cookout for a long time now. Don't worry about it. No, but thank you so much for having me. Joe, Chad, Unc, and Unc. Remember, I'm a white girl you could trust. We're gonna talk more later.
Boy, some things I'm just gonna never live down there. But
look, y'all better leave Justina alone, boy.
Hey, you're gonna be good, baby. You got your umbrella, baby. Just weather the storm. You're gonna be good.
Yes, sir.
Stuff is just
because rich men can always get away with assault. Ain't this funny? I want to remind everybody, they trying to take a black man down. That shit came out, and this nigga is still doing Club Shay Shay and doing his own show. I don't begrudge him. You got to make your money. But the fact that people are still willing to come on there and talk to him, like, it just says a lot about how rich, famous men, whether white or black, really don't have to pay for their pitfalls as much as y'all act like they do. They really don't. They really don't. This was, yeah. Mm-hmm. This is why I don't follow these people. I'm gonna just stay on my side of the internet. Then I just tell y'all curating, because I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Don't come by me. I'm trying to curate my timeline and the people that follow me and the people I follow. I don't want y'all negative energy in the delusional land that y'all live in. Okay, now let's get into DDG, because there's more, y'all. Y'all know that has been coming out. People have been looking up old clips. I was watching Real with Yanni yesterday, and there was a whole, video being done about trying to prove that Haley and DDG are both toxic. And, this is what they always do. I feel like I've been doing this long enough that everything just kind of repeats in the same way. Y'all have 10 party lines whenever stuff like this happens, or, these different narratives that y'all put out in order to make the shit okay, which is always to make it seem as if the abuse victim and the abuser are on equal footing. That's a part of the abuse as well, is to consistently be making it seem like there was not a moment where this person was stronger or this person had more power in the dynamic. But okay. And when I'm talking about with the DDG situation, I have been looking at him, and I said, I got dragged in some comments maybe like a month or two ago, maybe more than that, when I said he was a sociopath, because he said about how he really don't have feelings towards any of the women that he dates. And he was online acting like, I don't want to be with nobody ever again. Like, all of that, getting on the internet to cry and bitch and try to invoke sympathy out of people, but being done like a petulant child who's having like a mouth poke temper tantrum. Yeah, all that shit is weird for a 30-something-year-old man to be doing still. I want y'all to understand that he's not normal. That's another thing. Not just that the abuse that happened is not normal, but he's not. Something's wrong with him. Something's wrong with him, y'all. I don't know what the young man's childhood was like, but he definitely gives like a sociopath, somebody that doesn't really have empathy for anybody else. They know how to perform their emotions. And they have angry feelings and all of that, but they do a lot of the shit that they do because they don't have any empathy for other people. DDG is 27. He's only 25. Do y'all know his age? Because I feel like y'all trying to check me about his age, and it seemed like there's some discourse about it already. Y'all gonna act like, you know, he too young for this shit. Let me see. He's 27. That's damn near 30. I'm about to be 37. To me, that's damn near 40. Once you have passed the 6 mark, you are whatever the next, you know, the next main number child, the next prime number child, whatever the fuck it is. We are going to go to the next one. Okay. 27. He's 27. That's damn near 30, as I said. Okay. So my point is that for him to be acting this way as like a pattern of behavior still at this age, y'all, this is some teenage shit. He acts like a teenager. I don't think y'all are clocking it. Men who act like, yes, round it off. Thank you. Men who act like this, like, girl, they acting like a teenager. Yes, it's giving you stop growing. It's giving we round into the nearest 10th. Absolutely. Thank y'all so much for showing up for me. DDG admits that he lied about being celibate for the last 6 months.
I want to come clean today, y'all.
What the fuck was that for?
I'm not celibate.
Shocker.
My haircut has made it almost impossible. I have been trying, but it's got to a point where, you know, it's just like
you're beating off the pick-me's with a stick. Yeah. How old are they?
Borderline impossible.
Because I just want y'all to know, this is the nigga that is eventually going to be like 36, and we gonna have to question how old the girl is that he's dating. Because see, he's at this age right now. Eventually, he's gonna age out of dating women his own age because he's not growing. The women his age, not 20. As soon as you get to 25, and then she had a baby, the awakening starts to happen. The brain is fully formed. Okay, like that brain really gonna start to be, you know, seeing it. You start wiring on all cylinders around 25, 26, 27. These are the years that your brain is closing up. The growing portion of childhood and young adulthood is over. Okay? So you're going to come to some realizations during this time in your life. That makes sense for Haley. You're going to be the young man that continues to move this way. Okay? Him. He's gonna continue. He's 27 years old, y'all. That's almost 30 years old. Please get out of my face. Get out of my face.
You know, it's just like when you look, let me tell you this. When you got this and you look like this, it's almost like, you know,
like you don't have to try to get women because they throw themselves at you because they see you online and see that you have a lot of followers and you have money and you're halfway decent looking and you were with a woman that's aspiring. Like a woman like Haley will get you more coochie. Anytime a man is with a very impressive woman, it gets more coochie.
You know, I don't.
But I feel like even this conversation is immature and stupid. And I remember what his legs look like when you look like this. But what about how you smell? What about your leg strength? Can you lift a bitch up? Probably not. Probably not. Probably could barely pick up little Haley. Hold up. I want to show y'all the other one because I posted it on my page, but I want to find the full. I thought I saved it. Hold up. Let me go to my TikTok, y'all. Because the shit is getting weirder and weirder. So when I told y'all that something was wrong with the nigga, right? Because of the way he moved, the way he act. That was a prime example, right? Of me saying something wrong with this nigga Look at the way he act. So then this comes out, okay? Because everybody is looking through, you know, all of the old videos of them, his streams that those of us that don't watch him have not seen. So that shit didn't come to the light immediately until somebody decided they wanted to go looking. Okay. DVD, CD, Master P, Charlie's Angels arguing with the AI voice of Haley. This is very disturbing. Is it Holly or Haley? Y'all know I be want Haley, Billy. Holly. This is very disturbing. Nothing about this is funny or trolling, as he claims that's all it was. Imagine how he was talking to Holly behind closed doors. This clip is from one of his streams a few months ago.
What do you mean? He's sleeping, he's in bed, RN?
Give me my fucking son back.
What? Why are you acting like this? What have I ever done for you to act like I'm some sort of monster that would keep your son from you?
Because you don't know how to respect me and you disrespect me in public over a fucking Usher concert. Where is my son at? I'm taking my son.
I don't want anyone but you.
Okay, well, this is gonna happen. How about with Halo, I keep him. How about we go to court about Halo and I put you on child support? Let's do that.
You're going to take my son away from me because I won't block Usher on Instagram? You got to be joking, right? Please tell me you're not serious, RN.
I'm dead ass serious. You know that I don't play.
And this is the hill you are willing to die on? You'll take my son away and try to make me pay you child support because I won't block Usher on one of my socials for no reason?
That's exactly what the fuck I said. So block his Instagram right now, okay? I'm just going to ask you one more time. You know that I'm live. Please just stop embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing yourself, RN. You are acting ridiculous. I cannot believe I'm having this discussion with you. You'd really do all of this over a celebrity? When I'm marrying you, you're the worst I've ever seen you right now.
Okay, we don't need to be together then. We don't need to be together. Where's Halo at?
What do you mean?
So, y'all, I just hold on. I want to see
He's
this.
sleeping. He's in bed, RN.
Give me my fucking son back.
What? Why are you acting like this? What have I ever done for you?
Hold up, y'all.
Where's Halo at?
Listening, AI thinking. That's what I was trying to pause. AI thinking. Y'all, at first, when I was listening to this, when I saw it, I thought he was having AI read text messages from Haley on camera. Like, that's what I thought he was doing. And then somebody was like, no, it's not Haley, it's AI. And then I looked at the screen, and at some point you could see AI thinking. Anybody that uses Chat GPT knows, yes, RN means right now. Anybody that's using Chat GPT knows that when you are talking to Chat GPT and it's thinking about what it's going to reply to you, it will say either thinking or, you know, whatever. Like, that's how it looks. So I was just like, I don't know what app he used for this, but this is insane. And the AI is winning the argument. The AI sounds like exactly what Holly might tell him. Like, you're tripping. And you could hear that it's not really her. And I feel like this might have been one of the reasons why she was able to get the courts to agree that he could not talk about her anymore. Because think about how damaging it is for him to be having a fake conversation with something that sounds like you. And people will now be online thinking that you were having this conversation with him. If they come into the live and they don't know what's going on and they just listening to a clip, they're going to think that Holly's actually having this conversation with him. And she's not. That's fucking weird. Y'all, that's crazy for them to be having fake arguments on social media. Not them, him. Y'all, that's creepy. That's weird and that adds to me feeling like he's a sociopath. Something is wrong with him. And this is why you don't stay in the space of, oh, we tried to tell her. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But as soon as she went and filed that paperwork and got away from him, I'm not about to keep beating you over the head with that shit. Because at the end of the day, this is a real issue. This is not about blame. This is not about making sure somebody knows that this is the reason why you in this situation. No. This is about pointing out that these niggas are crazy. And we need to stop socializing young girls, women, children, whatever, to just go along with niggas just because. And we are socialized to just go along. Stop playing, stop pretending like we fucking not. Stop. This shit is weird. Out of pocket. Completely out of pocket, y'all. To me, it shows how obsessed he is with her. It shows how he sits in dark rooms thinking about her. And I feel like I knew this already. You could tell. When I was watching Real with Yanni, shout out to Real with Yanni, when she was covering this, video, and they were talking about that birthday party where he keeps trying to pull the baby away. And of course, you can see how somebody might be like, oh, that's not what that is. He's just trying to hold the baby. And, babies be moving a lot. But once you see a pattern of behavior of baby doesn't want you, baby wants mom, and you keep pulling a baby back, because you're upset about it, that's an issue, y'all. Like, men not being able to be in control of their emotions enough to not feel slighted by a fucking baby. And I get feeling a way, but you don't actually act out in a way that showcases you are jealous of the fact that your son prefers his mother. Yes, the AI stuff is incel activity. It gives in the basement, stinking, creating fake relationships so that you don't have to deal with the fact that the real person doesn't want to talk to you. The real person doesn't want to deal with you. So you're coming up with an AI generated way of interacting with her so that you can get all of this aggression out. But then take it a step further. If he is angry at the AI, if he's talking back and forth to the AI and then starts to get upset with the AI version of her, and so then when she interacts with him, she has to deal with him being aggravated about some fake conversation he had with the AI. Just think, y'all, not well. And he ain't got nothing but a whole bunch of enablers around him because everybody is financially dependent upon him. This is scary. This is scary, y'all. I'm worried for her. It's not just about, trying to make DDG the bad guy. I saw somebody comment, you just gonna be against men. Block. If all of the niggas is like this, and that's the thing. Y'all don't want us to say all men, but we'll get in and go in on this one man, and y'all will be in the comments like, y'all hate all men. Well, the insinuation is that all men are like this. And if all men are like this, I don't like them niggas. You are right. I don't. Or the bitches that want to be with them. I don't like them hoes neither. Because in my mind, the women that defend these men online, these are the women that will allow for you to be assaulted and then act like it was your fault. You'll be at a party with them. You'll be at a function with them. Something will happen to you and they will act like ain't nothing happened. They'll turn a blind eye and act like whatever you talking about ain't never happened, girl. You're a liar. Or just be quiet, girl. Just chill. Don't say nothing. I know, but he a good dude, though. Don't say nothing. Come the fuck on. Come the fuck on, man. Get out of here with that shit. Let me see. Is there anything else that I want to get into before we move on from the DDG, CDs, Master P's, Charlie's Angels of it all? Let's move on. Skai Jackson. Because we're in wall to wall with you. But I want y'all to see it clearly. Stop seeing it, Kelsey, right? Stop seeing it like something where you're like, oh, they targeting all of these men. Don't nobody give a fuck about Skai Jackson, baby daddy. Understand it like this is a socialization that's happening. And that this is why people want victims to stay quiet. This is why they want you to just take the money and be quiet. They don't want you to actually stand on a stand and say what happened. They don't want you to put it on social media. They want you to be so filled with shame and guilt that you just stay quiet about it so that they can continue to move like that. But as soon as you start speaking about it, not only does it make it harder for your abuser to continue to get away with it, it then helps other victims of abuse speak up and talk about the men that have done something to them. That's why Boosie online typing in all caps, all of that gives to me is Boosie is somebody that has a couple of things going on. I think you probably have done some of the same things Diddy has done. You have been in contact with P. Diddy before. You put it in a fucking song. I had somebody in my comments talking about, I don't believe this. I don't believe this. I asked why. And I think it's so funny the way y'all want to comment, but you don't want to actually engage in a conversation that makes your point. You just want to say whatever you want to say so you can be contrarian with your ignorant ass. I want you to tell me. I don't have to defend my point to you. You the one in your comments telling me you're the one in my comments telling me that you don't agree with what I said. I asked why. Why, bitch? Tell me why. And then you go, oh, you assuming you know more than I know. Bitch, I don't give a fuck about none of what you think. I'm asking you a question. If you could tell me for sure that you know that there is no tape nowhere, Boosie, that Boosie didn't have no type of situation with Diddy, that he has not assaulted a woman and is therefore speaking out in protection of an abuser because you want people to speak out in protection of you because you're projecting. You've done something wrong that looks exactly like what Diddy has done on some level, and you want to act as if there was nothing wrong with what you did. You want to act like you are not an abuser as well. So you're going to act like what he did is not bad because it's absolving you. It's making you feel better about whatever it is that you've done. That's how I see it, point blank, period. And it doesn't matter if it was Boosie. It doesn't matter. It could have been any nigga. It could have been anybody. And I would have the same idea about it because of the way the mind works, right? I have a reason for feeling the way I feel because I've repeatedly seen Boosie do shit that lets me know how he thinks. And he's obsessed. Why are you even talking about this? Because you have a dog in the fight. Why do you have a dog in the fight? Well, there can only be a couple of reasons. But I really wanted that young woman to tell me, why do you think you know that? Why? Can you please explain to me? Please tell me how you know that it's not true. I want you to tell me. And they can never tell you. I said, oh, so you just want to argue. You just want somebody to argue with on the internet. Because I want you to give me come on. Because I'm going to give you my reasons. And my reasons are going to be backed up. Yours are not. That's why I don't even want to engage in this conversation, because some of y'all just want to have an argument with somebody. Boosie has been typing in the internet, okay, in the Twitter, in all caps, all weekend, windmilling on behalf of Sean Diddy Combs. Cassie liked it. Cassie wanted it. Her husband is the real culprit. He the one that's making her go after all of that man money and da-da-da-da-da-da. Y'all, that's weird. That's a weird behavior. You see the way the rest of the community is responding to this shit, and this is what you decide to do. Something is wrong with you. You are a part of this. You are like this. You are somebody that does this same shit. I would really love for somebody to explain to me how they would know that Boosie has never been in a situation like this. I would love for them to tell me, because you would have to be that nigga's dick. You would have to be his dick with him every day, all night, 365 black, 24/7, 7 days a week. Okay? You would have to be with him 24/7 for his entire life in order for you to get online and tell me that he's never been in a situation like that. And because I know that you can never do that, because I know that it is impossible for one person to be with another person for their entire life, especially when that person has spent a lot of time in jail. So that means you could not know that. There's no way you could know that. That's what I understand about this conversation. Something you don't understand. But this is what they be doing. We in wall-to-wall coverage. Abusers everywhere. Beware, bitch. Because if you in the comments yelling, I'ma be on the internet yelling too, bitch. We about to be out yelling each other in this motherfucker. If y'all think all y'all ignorant people that say the shit that y'all say to re-trigger abuse victims, if y'all think y'all gonna be the only ones loud, you wrong. You wrong. When I got the energy, when I feel like it, I got you. Trust me. I got you. Skai Jackson files restraining order against baby's father. You didn't have to tell us ever since we met the nigga, okay? The giant, what I was calling albino giant ass nigga, okay? He been getting arrested the entire time. She filed a restraining order against the father of her 3-month-old son, DeAndre Bergen, aka Yerky, citing over a year of alleged physical abuse and threats. Remember how many times we saw them out in public arguing? In court documents filed in LA County Superior Court, Jackson says Bergen attacked her on Mother's Day while she was holding their baby, grabbing her by the hair, slamming her head into a car window, and punching her in the face. She claims this was part of a larger pattern of abuse dating back at least 6 months in 2024. So basically, ever since she had his baby, during which Bergen allegedly choked, scratched, and slammed her head into walls on a nearly weekly basis. Now, y'all know how much bigger this nigga is than her, right? Right? Let me find a picture. Because that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Look at this nigga. Look how much bigger than her he is. And there's gonna be somebody telling us how they was equally fighting each other. Somebody gonna be somewhere like, her little ass, okay, her little ass, I saw her out and she was cursing that man out. Right? That what y'all gonna do. Hold up, y'all. Because it's slipping into darkness. I just wanted y'all to see the height differentiation between her and that jolly green giant looking ass nigga. Okay? It says, while she was pregnant, Jackson alleges Bergen demanded she drink bleach to terminate the pregnancy and once held her at knife point, threatening to stab her in the stomach if she called for help. She also recounts an incident where she locked herself in a bathroom and Bergen punched through the door, slammed her against the wall, and choked her until she couldn't breathe, an incident she claims to have on video. Jackson says Bergen owns 3 firearms, including a rifle, and that she fears for her life. Now, he done been arrested a number of times. How did he still have weapons? The police are not doing their jobs. She is requesting the court order him to stay 100 yards away from her. Their child, Kasey, and her dog, and is also asking for legal child. What he did to the dog? For legal child support and for Bergen to attend domestic violence treatment program. She's requesting he cover her legal fees as well. Child. So we're gonna see. Okay, because she filed it. We don't know if the court granted it yet. That's why I was doing the update, y'all. Let me see. Skai Jackson, in documents, the actress accuses ex-boyfriend of horrific abuse. She claims he slammed her head. She's requesting a restraining order for custody, damages of $1,000, $1,800 in damages covering the cost of a broken iPhone, damaged television, repairs to her apartment wall. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Broken TV, iPhone, wall repair. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That mean this had to come with picture evidence. She'd also don't want him to not to post anything about me on social media as he threatened to blackmail me and release revenge. Bitch, if these niggas ain't playing from the same book, it's the same little book they passing around, motherfuckers. Okay? I also do not want him posting any photos of my son, as we had an agreement that we will not post his face online. Nothing on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, TikTok, etc. Also, order family and friends not to make posts, including his mom, Ricky Bergen, and sister, because you already know what it's going to be. You already know they're going to defend him. And the sister, okay, Tatiana West, who has threatened and harassed me before. And that's because, just like clockwork, these niggas go get with these girls that are famous and they moms and sisters be hating heavy as fuck most of the time. Like, either protective of the brother from like a very disassociative point of view, like acting like you don't see him being abusive, making excuses for it, acting like it's okay because you mad at the girl because the girl is successful. So you feel like she all right. She got money. She got this. She got that. So she gonna be all right. But if my brother go to jail, if something happened to my brother, then what we gonna do? She gonna be all right. That's how they rationalize that ignorant shit in their mind. And that's why you have to be very weary of any women y'all see in these comments. Listen to me, sisters. Brothers and sisters, listen to me. If y'all see people in these comments defending these niggas, I need for you to adopt the Trump supporter, shit. Clock it. Stop fucking with them. Something wrong with them. I can't talk to you, baby. I can't talk to you. We are not on the same frequency. Good day. Good day, ma'am. We ain't meant for each other. That's all. Babes, he don't got $1,800. Didn't she find him in jail? I feel he would post that child on purpose to hurt her. That's why she put it in there. Everybody's already seen this play out. Like, everybody's already seen, because there's so many examples of it. Like, Keke Palmer is an example of this. Hey, obviously Halle Bailey is an example of this. Who else, y'all? Let's go back a little bit further. I know we can find some more people that we know have been through these types of situations. Okay. I could bet you any money that this is the same type of situation that Kim Porter was going through with Diddy, where you got to be worried about them using your child against you. Okay. Martell. Summer Walker went through this. It's a whole bunch of them. It's a whole bunch of them. Okay. Brandy went through this. Okay. It's becoming the norm. I don't think it's becoming the norm. I think it's always been the norm. So just take a step back. Okay. Now, y'all remember when Iyanla Vanzant was on the internet, basically shaming and browbeating Ebony K. Williams because she doesn't want to be in a relationship with a man that has less than her? This is why. This is why. We've done this already. I want y'all to go check with the aunties, go check with the mamas in them that had a little good job, something like that, little good money back in the 90s, good corporate job, but they like them a roughneck, right? They like them a roughneck back in the 90s, early 2000s. So you got a good job. You went to school, but the nigga you won't get fucked out by, he didn't attain any of that, right? Those relationships long-term always end up being the same way, with that man resenting that woman, just like Lorenz Tate in the Rain on Me video, okay? And I keep trying to tell the people, okay? I had to repost it to remind y'all that I'm always telling y'all about Lorenz Tate in the Rain on Me video. Hold up. I wanna go view the video detail. Okay. I need y'all to see it. I'm not gonna play the music, but because I don't want to get copyright stricken. But I need for y'all to see it. Okay? Y'all see the screen, huh? I'm about to blow it up for y'all. Y'all see the screen? Hold up. Mute, because I ain't got time. Just look. Just look. All you gotta do is look. She's shining. It's raining. Look at him. He let her hand go. She turned around. Look. Yeah, I know what you was doing. That's that DDG shit. Now I know what you on. That's why I said I can't stand it. I know what you on, ass nigga. Look, get mad. And then they gonna act like you did something. But it's really because they jealous of you. It's really because they hating on whatever attracted them to you in the first place. But I want y'all to remember these references because this is not new. It's not new. It is not new. The girls have been dealing with this shit this entire time. I'll even take it to, let's talk about Ashanti in real life. I didn't pull it up, but in real life, hold up. In real life, Ashanti is being talked about by that weird ass nigga Irv Gotti's brother, talking about he made her, as if she wouldn't have been successful from her own gifts. Just because some man captured her like a goddamn butterfly in a jar doesn't mean that she wouldn't have been able to create the same magic for herself with somebody else or on her own if there were not so many gatekeeping weird ass men all over the place telling women that they can't do something if a man is not vouching for them. DeAndre responded with the helly, with laughing emojis. So that just lets you know he not taking this shit seriously. I'm glad you're not taking it seriously. That's where a lot of y'all be so egotistical, because y'all really are so full of yourselves that y'all don't think these women are gonna actually ever like be like enough. But look, he's laughing. What the helly? It's funny, huh? Mm-hmm. Bitch ass. All right. I think we're ready. I'm rolling through. I'm making my way, Tim, because I want to make. Okay, let's hit this right quick, because we did talk about Chris Brown, right? We talked about Chris Brown and how he is being held without bond in the UK. And as I read y'all, the long track record, that really wasn't even all of it. It was just all of the times that people had really posted stories on him. And I think they just put it all together. But let's read the update. We have yet another big update in the ongoing alleged assault ordeal swirling around Chris Brown. Per a report from XXL, it is highly likely that the controversial singing sensation is going to enter a plea deal. As of yet, that's about all we know, unfortunately. We will probably hear about the details of it closer to the next court hearing, which is set for June 13th. This case is currently in the hands of the Southwark Crown Court in London, England. Overall, it's been a terribly rough year from a legal standpoint for Chris Brown. He's already dealing with a stack of lawsuits, both on his side and against him. Now he's got his 2023 case looming over him. Speaking of this one in particular, this alleged assault involves music producer Abe Dior. He claims that he was hit over the head with a bottle multiple times at Tate nightclub in Hanover Square. This alleged Westminster incident also led to Dior allegedly going to the hospital to be treated for his injury. So this was done at a club that I believe had like surveillance and other people were there. Dior filed his suit in October of that year for alleged assault, battery, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Live Nation, Sony, RCA Records, and another musician were named as co-defendants, with Dallas rapper Hoodie Baby being roped in recently as well. Brown is to remain in custody until things proceed further, as he was denied bail on May 16th. And that's because when this shit first originally happened, child, you want to say first and originally at the same time, or first. When this shit first happened, he left the country, and when they kept trying to get him to come back to resolve it, he was ignoring them until it was time for him to come on tour. To me, that sounds like somebody ignoring accountability for what they did, thinking that they was going to be able to get away with it. And somebody was like, I think the fuck not. I think America is so corrupted in a way that other places are not, simply because violence is not seen as, something so casual in other countries. Other countries don't have the same gun violence. And it's because they are very serious about these things. They're very serious about guns, very serious about violence. And in America, it's like something that our country is built off of. Our country loves violence, from the way this country was taken over to the way the descendants of the slaves, how people were treated, how they treat other people coming into this country, and people having to earn their whiteness. A lot of it is violent. The microaggressions in workplaces, having to fight, being told you're the bad guy for asking what you're owed. All of that type of shit is violence. It's violence. On top of that, our culture is violent. Starts off with cowboy movies. Like, I think maybe in this is when I'm growing up in the 80s, the movies and the shit that was always so prevalent is that America loves their cowboy bullshit, right? And their cowboy bullshit is based in violence. Niggas running around with guns on horses, stealing, people's townships, robbing banks. Like, that's what a lot of America's history is built off of. Even the people that came to America initially were from the prisons in Europe. The people specifically that built New Orleans were prisoners. The violence is all in everything. Okay? So I think when we don't see it the same as other countries and we feel like, oh, they overly exaggerating, I want y'all to feel that way when they cutting off people's clitorises. I want y'all to feel that way when they locking women in jail for speaking loudly in a public area. I want y'all to feel that way when they putting people under the jail for edibles. That's when I want y'all to feel like people doing too much. Not when they're trying to protect the people of their country from an American that feels like they can just go around knocking people over the fucking head and beating them to a pulp in front of people, and there will be no, no repercussions. And I hate this for a lot of y'all, because I know so many of y'all love y'all some Chris Brown. I don't get it, but that's not my business to get. I understand he is a great artist, but it's like, because y'all like his music and y'all think being a tall, light-skinned nigga with emotional problems is attractive, y'all are, wanting to argue and be mad at those of us that feel like something wrong with this nigga, and y'all should stop being mad when y'all lose out on money and tickets and shit. Okay, because at some point he should not be able to continue to tour and make all of this money and just act like he's not doing this shit, because he's literally going around beating the fuck out of people. Like, y'all pay attention. Chris Brown is literally going around beating people up, getting into fights, acting a fucking fool with reckless abandon, and then acting like none of it is going to have any ramifications. None of it is going to have any consequences. That's weird for you to think that way. Why would you think that way? Oh, because you've been getting away with shit for so long? Because y'all think just because we be online like that nigga ain't shit, that means he's actually not being successful? That's not true. Chris Brown has continued to be successful regardless of how much people do not like him for the things that he's done, because he's abusive, because he's violent, because I think he's, something wrong with him. Something wrong with him. To me, he's in the box with R. Kelly, and I think y'all don't want to put him in that box. But to me, I don't care how things ended. Somebody having 3 different cases from 3 different times that said you drugged and assaulted somebody. Am I really supposed to act like you didn't do it? Especially when one of the times you paid out of court. So when the other 2 times come and he sued her and she was texting him after the fact. Don't none of that mean nothing to me. Don't none of that mean nothing to me. He has a pattern of behavior. I'm looking at him. I'm looking at him. This whole ordeal wrecks Chris Brown's tour plans, which was slated to begin June 8th. Everybody upset because they wanted to go. They wanted to see him fly through the fucking air and flip from wall to wall and, take somebody down and dry hump the piss out of some girl. And yeah, I know y'all wanted to have a good time. I know. Well, y'all might not, because he doesn't handle his business, because he's never actually responsible. He's not held accountable. So he goes through life doing this shit. And then it catches up with him. And now y'all, oh my God, like, what you thought? Like, it's so weird when y'all feel like people shouldn't be held accountable for the shit that they be doing. Like, he's doing this, y'all. We not making this up. Nobody's like Rihanna. This ain't got nothing to do with Rihanna. Anytime a nigga got blonde tips, be worried, okay? Blonde tips. Be worried. All right, y'all. Let's take a quick break, and then we're going to get into the Diddy of it all. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, support me. It's my birthday month, okay? It's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday month.
Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
Okay, y'all, we're back. We're about to get into Demetria Lucas' breakdown of day 4, and I believe day 5 I've saved from her. just because I love her breakdowns and it gives me a bullet points to go back through the stories that I've already saved because it's a lot of information. Okay. Yeah, it's so much shit going on. My God. So shout out to Demetria Lucas. I hope y'all are like supporting her. Don't let me be up here like shouting her out and y'all not really going to check her podcast out because it's off the chain. I love her. Okay, so day 4. Cassie is back on the stand, ready for cross-examination. The judge strongly suggests the defense move quickly and streamline questions as Cassie's testimony needs to wrap up last week because she's 8.5 months pregnant and there is concern she may go into labor. Today's testimony is calm in comparison to the first 3 days. Cassie testifies she and Combs were in love and early on would text each other sweet nothings. She described him as very sweet and attentive. Call love bombing, bitches. Okay, it's the bait and hook. This is the bait. She acknowledged he cheated on her a lot, and initially she was hurt, but over time, not so much. She wanted more time from Combs. She sent him a message scolding him for not calling. I know you can take 3 minutes. You don't even try. She added, I don't need your money. I need some attention. It's just for everybody that continues to act like she was only there for the money to the point where you feel like that means this is okay. This is literally a moment where she's saying it was about her affection for him. It was about her emotions for him. It wasn't just about the money because she felt trapped. And I want y'all to understand that, yes, bait, hook, then switch. Absolutely. The 10 record deal, y'all, the 10 record deal was entrapment. It was entrapment. That's another part of this that makes it a RICO because she was his employee. He offered her a business deal, which was already bad. But in the business deal, he then holds that over her head to get her to continue to do the F-offs. That is another reason why this is a RICO. It's also a RICO because of his security guards, because of his assistants, because of all the people he employed with the money he made through Bad Boy to act out these illegal activities, which include buying, selling, distributing people and drugs. I don't know why that's so hard. I don't know why that's so hard for people to understand. Niggas, I don't see the RICO, bitch. Go look at R. Kelly's case and come back because they got R. Kelly on RICO as well. It's really not hard to understand. Once somebody is using their enterprise in order to act out illegal activity in an organized manner, bitch, that is a racketeering. That's a racketeering. Let me continue. Gosh, that tastes good. Cassie testifies that she and Combs were in love. I read that part. Hold up. Let's move on. Cassie met Diddy through her then boyfriend, Ryan Leslie. Ryan Leslie was also 10 years older than her, okay? Her relationship with Diddy was platonic until she was 21 when he forced her to kiss him. Please understand that that was another gotcha bitch moment. I believe it was right after she signed her contract. Gotcha bitch. The same way you can gotcha bitch with a baby, you can gotcha bitch with a contract. That's why if y'all go watch Love and Hip Hop back, that's what I want y'all to do. Go watch Love and Hip Hop, specifically Love and Hip Hop New York, because those are the people that had a lot of dealings with Diddy. All your rich dollars in them that came from the Bad Boy days. Peep how they all did the same thing. They find these beautiful women and they basically kept trying to get all of these women that they were fucking under contract because the contract makes it harder for the women to leave them. Rich Dollars did it to Erica Mena. It was done with Sin, with what's your boy name? The other part of the Creep Squad. Basically all of the Creep Squad members. Remember when y'all literally the second season, Rich is sitting in the studio talking to Peter Guns, and Peter Guns is like, you got to get her under contract. Rich, what you doing, man? You messing up the business. You got to get her under contract. Then you turn around and you do it to Amina Butterfly, okay? Trying to get her under contract. Yes, Cisco did it with Sin. They used the way DJ Self did it. DJ Self did it with Cardi. One of the biggest mistakes he ever made was running it the Diddy way. The Diddy way is to promise the girl a career and never really give it to her. Right? Gwennon, stupid ass nigga. It's to imprison them. Why y'all think Mariah Lynn ended up on Zeus Network? Yes, Johnny Blaze. Literally, Stevie J did it with Jocelyn. Then Mimi tried to join in on it and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they really be looking at it from the standpoint of, well, I can get in, with this business, but they don't even realize what it's actually about. It's about getting these women in contracts that force the women to stay close, especially if the women don't have the money to fight it in court. Right? I'm just telling y'all, it's what they all attempted to do with these women, get them into contracts so that they can stay connected to them. That was the New York nigga way of basically, I feel like, pimping women. Get them on a contract, make them think you're gonna give them their dream. And as a way of giving them their dream, y'all ain't never seen that SVU episode. There's a very specific SVU episode that will explain to you how you break a bitch, for lack of a better term, but that's what it's called. This young black guy comes into contact with a young white girl straight off a bus running away from home, right? And some guy gives her a problem and he comes and plays the savior. So he saves her, makes her think that he's different from the guy who was accosting her. So now it's like, oh, you're a good guy, right? She starts hanging out with him. She likes him. He's sweet. He's protective. She's out there by herself. She's young. They start having a sexual relationship. Probably her first time really doing a lot of shit, right? Just like Cassie said. Then all of a sudden one day he comes to you and asks you to fuck one of his homeboys. You don't know no better. You don't even know it. You don't even understand how what? You ain't had no daddy, girl. Or the daddy you had ain't taught you none of this shit. You don't understand what's happening. All you know is you love him and he's begging you to do something. And so you go and do it. Child, school days, licking niggas' parts and shit, okay? You already so in love with him, drug addicted, that you will do anything for him. That's why I say the girls act like crackheads. They act like they're addicted to drugs because they are. They are, y'all. And the men know what they're doing when they do this. All right? So you beg her to do it. If she doesn't want to do it, you hit her out of nowhere. It's probably be the first time you hitting her is when she tells you no, or speaks up for herself in some capacity. That's when you hit her, and that's when she's shocked because you've never treated her that way. And she can't believe it. Now she's so confused, and it really is an out-of-body experience because the way they got you was by making you feel like they wasn't this nigga. So then when you are hit, all in that moment, you like, wait a fucking minute. Enough is another example of that shit. Stevie J did the same thing. I'm the good guy. Right? I'm the one that's gonna come in and make, oh, it's all right, love. I'm gonna take care of you, and then I'm gonna fuck you too. Like, y'all, it's old school pimp game. And I know a lot of people don't know this shit. They don't understand it. Y'all didn't read none of these Iceberg Slim books when y'all was growing up like I did. Y'all didn't, watch Never Die Alone with DMX, which is based off of a book that was based off of an Iceberg Slim type of situation. They give you the game. You basically make the woman feel so in love with you. And then as soon as you feel like you got her, that's when you switch on her and then start asking her to do shit she don't want to do. Whenever she decides to speak up, you beat her. You already probably taking care of her. She's staying with you. You providing for her in some aspect. And now you start to guilt her about how you taking care of her, how you giving her a place to stay. And she ain't doing nothing. She ain't putting in no work. So now what's she going to do? She already broken and confused. So now she going to go ahead and start sleeping with people until she don't want to do it. And she going to try to get out of it. And then she going to look around and see if she in a situation like Cassie, ain't nobody there to help her because he is who he is. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. This is not hard. Like, I don't know why y'all be so confused about how these things happen. Let me continue on with Demetria, but I just wanted to break that down for y'all right quick so that can consistently and forever be broke out this bitch. So, in 2007, Cassie texts Combs, it's only been a week of being together and it's the best and the worst. She's already clocking high highs and low lows, but don't know what it is yet. She can't identify it. And it be like that. She says she is dreaming of a beautiful future together. She added, on the other hand, you're constantly weary of me. I'm sneaky. I never make the right decisions to you. I'm a spoiled brat. I'm dramatic, disrespectful, and for some reason you don't trust me. In 2009, Cassie texts Combs the F-offs made her feel dirty and grimy. She goes back and forth with wanting to do them. She adds F-os used to be fun when they were so in love and they were no questions asked. But now she doesn't feel the same love. 2009, Cassie texts Combs, I'm always ready to freak off, LOL. Combs responds, I can't wait. She replies, I can't wait either. Now think about what happened in between that. If you tell somebody you don't like doing something, and then the next time y'all together without any real conversation, something happens. So now the next time you know that you have to act like you like it. Because what did I just say, y'all? What did I just say about how the pimp responds to the girl? At first, he gives her room to complain. But when she complains too loudly, he hits her or beats her ass so she know next time not to respond like that. These two text messages or text threads that they're talking about is one where she's expressing I don't like it, and the next one is like, oh, I can't wait to do it. Obviously, something happened in between. Cassie texts the F-offs felt right. It literally made sense for the next step in our sex life together. She added, no, it doesn't, y'all. No, it doesn't. This is all shit she's saying because this is what he's been putting into her mind. I get nervous that I'm just becoming your girlfriend, that you get your fantasies off with, and that's it. Cassie didn't want Combs' staff to know about the F-offs and never spoke to the staff about them. She doesn't recall them being in a room during. She acknowledges they did setups. Cassie says Combs was a successful addict, also opiates. 2017, Cassie texts Combs, I love our F-offs when we both want it. Specifically, when we both want it. She explains saying that was just words at that point. Diddy sends Cassie a series of texts about F-offs checking that she is on board. I just put some plans in motion. Let me know to stop, he wrote. Also, let me know if I'm headed in wrong direction so I can cancel. Cassie was jealous of Kim. She was upset he would spend holidays with his family and Kim Porter, the mother of his 4 children. Cassie was also really upset about a woman named Gina. There were other women too, and random women on social media would say they were involved with Combs. Y'all remember Gina? Gina did an interview with Tasha K talking about how Diddy kicked her in the stomach. 2011, Diddy and Cassie were on break when she began seeing Kid Cudi, who she was introduced to by Combs. She hid it from Combs using a burner phone, even though they weren't together, and they were still having F-offs on break because it was a job, Cassie testified. Throughout the relationship, when Cassie would accuse Combs of cheating, he would bring up Cudi. They fought a lot over her cheating, and it would get a little scary. No date given. Combs was traveling without Cassie. She texted him, wish we could have F-off before you left. 2012, Diddy overdosed. All in the same day. They had an F-off, went to a sex club, and he went to a party at a Playboy mansion without her. Diddy OD'd on opiates and he was taken to the hospital. Cassie confirms again he was addicted to opiates and was aggy when they were taken away. 2013, they dated for 7 years and Cassie had no relationship with his children. She says, I understand you're feeling like you need to protect your children, but after a while, it's like, for what? 2015, Cassie broke up with Combs while she was filming in South Africa. She saw a video of him with another woman at an event and forwarded it to him and his staff. I want y'all to understand the jealousy is because of the way he responded to her first. He already is making her feel like you belong to me, you mine. Her jealousy comes from him seeing her like that. Because it's like, nigga, so you can see me like I can't do nothing else, but you can. At some point, like, you're going to be like, nah. If you have any type of, sense about yourself, like the fuck. And I believe that's why, oh, I'm cheating or whatever. Ain't no goddamn cheating. Ain't no goddamn cheating. Cassie felt betrayed. Combs' staff didn't tell her about the other woman. She blocked his number. Cassie dated Michael B. Jordan. Cassie told her parents and brothers about the abuse. Cassie had side effects from drug use. She lost her sense of smell and taste and numbing in her arm. She was dissociative effects from the ketamine use. Defense suggests Diddy was going through withdrawal during the elevator bank assault, and that's why he was violent. Cassie says that she doesn't recall. Defense questions if Cassie saw Combs dangle the staffer over the balcony. Cassie insists she did. Defense shows a text from shortly after where she indicates she heard about it. Defense asks if she was on drugs the night of the incident. Cassie can't recall. Defense points out a discrepancy where Cassie said Diddy grabbed guns and left to go look for Suge Knight and whether she went or stayed. She told investigators one thing and testified yesterday to something else. She stayed. Cassie confirms the baby oil was not laced with drugs. Okay. Cassie would watch Combs have sex with other women 4 to 5 times. Defense asked if Cassie was aware that filing her lawsuit would ruin Combs' career. She responds, I could understand that. Yeah. Okay. So I think a lot of it is to basically paint Cassie as somebody that is not reliable. But the truth of the matter is, even if she was wrong about this one instance, it's so many other things that she can recall that are damning enough. Like, if we really being real, right? So let's get to day 5. Like the video, y'all. Today's recap is sourced by BBC, right? Because I think, did I read this one? I think I might have read these, but I just want to keep track because it's been a lot. I read these on my own, so I can't remember whether I read them on camera or not. Cassie returns for her final day of testimony. Defense is aiming to prove, yes, Diddy beat Cassie, but not to coerce her into F-offs because he was jealous and doing too many drugs or trying to quit, and the withdrawal made him aggy. Also, Cassie was a willing participant in their unique sex life, drug use, and in the relationship, and she was also violent. 2012, Diddy blocked Cassie from doing a Common video. 2013, Diddy took Cassie's phone because he suspected she danced with Chris Brown. Cassie said she never danced with him. 2013, Cassie got into a bar fight. She was at her brother's birthday party. I tried to kill she texts Diddy. 2014, Cassie threatened to kill a man that had a recording of her during a F-off. There's audio of the threat. To me, this is all like, what did y'all expect? Somebody that's getting beat all the time, somebody that has a lot of aggression being poured into them, they're going to respond like in this same type of way. They're going to be violent themselves at times. Like it just doesn't make sense for you to think otherwise. That's why they say beating your children does not have the effect that you think it does. It really, if they take it, it will still make them violent. It will still make them people that will put their hands on people unnecessarily because that's what you poured into them. Hitting them out of anger all the time is pouring anger into the child. The child grows up and is fucking angry. 2016, a month after the elevator incident, Combs went to rehab. He sent Cassie a video of him hiking when he said, "As you grow, I want you to know I'm growing." Cassie acknowledges Diddy was intoxicated or blacked out when he beat her in elevator bank. Cassie says there were times Diddy would abuse her when he was blackout drunk. Other times he's well aware. It's just who he was, she said. She added she witnessed him be violent with others too. Yeah, it's not just the drugs. We're not going to do that. Cassie sent Diddy a text after the elevator attack. When you get fucked up the wrong way, you always want to show me that you have the power and you knock me around. I'm not a rag doll. I'm someone's child. But they released these texts and we thought it was Carisha at first. Days after the elevator incident, Diddy texts Cassie, "I'm so horny for you." Less than a week later, he texts he loved her. She responded she loved him too. Intercontinental Hotel where Cassie was seen being assaulted on video. Cassie is anticipating a $10 million settlement from the hotel because they hit it. They hit it. And people don't understand, like when you have a business and something like that happens on your property, you have like the obligation to call the police and report any illegal activity. And when you don't, it's as if you're covering it up. So you are then liable. August 2016. Cassie and Diddy were on break, but still hanging out. She says Diddy snatched her open phone and ran down Wilshire in LA. He called the NFL player he believed Cassie was dating. When Cassie returned home with her phone, her mother called the police. Diddy returned her phone later that day. Cassie says she is absolutely sure Combs R'd her in her living room in August 2018. She told her now husband who she was dating, and he punched a hole in the wall. That's another thing we're going to get into, y'all. The way Alex Fine has been supporting Cassie and the way people and it feels dangerous to me when y'all want men to have these disgusted, violent responses to the women they love being assaulted. It's very bothersome to me. I do feel like I read these though, because I think I read these. I don't think I read her shit. I think I read CNN. Once the day had concluded. But we know that Cassie and Diddy had a relationship where he assaults her and then he have sex. He assaults her and then he have sex. Like it's a back and forth thing. And she also said she was on drugs the entire time. Yeah, okay. Hold up. Gigolos, I think I read all of that. Him texting that he was, happy for her. They love each other. Her spending time in treatment because she had to get help for everything. Child abuse, the PTSD, the drug use, the SORS, the UTIs, whatever else he gave her that she can't get rid of. I like what Alex said. Alex said there has been speculation online surrounding how it must feel for me to sit there and listen to my wife's testimony. I have felt so many things sitting there. I have felt tremendous pride and overwhelming love for Cass. I have felt profound anger and that she has been subjected to sitting in front of a person who tried to break her. So to him and all of those who helped him along the way, please know this, you did not. And he also says that he didn't save Cassie. Cassie saved Cassie. She alone broke free from abuse, coercion, violence, and threats. She did the work of fighting the demons that only a demon himself could have done to her. All I have done is love her as she has loved me. And I really think I love the representation of this, and I know they're going to try to demonize him. For whatever reason, it seems that whenever men actually show their love for the women that they are supposed to be protecting and loving, everybody else gets upset about it, especially men. And y'all wonder why men don't protect their women the way they're supposed to. It's because there's always a gang of niggas outside that's mad at you for picking your person over them. There's always a group of niggas mad that you picking the woman you love that loves you over them. I don't even know you, nigga. Why would I choose you over the woman I have children with? I don't even know you, nigga. Why would I choose you over the woman that takes care of me when I need somebody to take care of me? Why would I do that? But that's how most of these men are. That's what that keep the lie alive shit comes from. Because no matter what, it's the understanding that they might be closer and depend on their women more, but they're always going to have a bros before hoes. They're always going to see the man as human before they see the woman as human. They're always going to look at this other man and be like, I see myself, versus looking at the woman and feeling like that's fucked up that you would even do that to that lady. They're going to see themselves in these men no matter what. And that's why we appreciate men like Alex Fine. Because fuck Boosie and every other nigga and woman that's on the internet acting like it's so hard for him. Y'all know I don't make it a point of commenting on people's pages, but it just so happened for Lauren LaRosa because I was following her. I need to unfollow her ass now. But because it just scrolled and I thought that it was like a blog post, but it was actually on her page. And she was posting her tweet where it basically said, oh my God, like I would never want to be, I couldn't imagine what it's like to be Alex Fine listening to this testimony. And I was like, as a woman, that's what, I couldn't imagine being Cassie. I couldn't imagine being Cassie, having somebody use my coochie like this against my fucking will for years. But no, bitch, I couldn't imagine hearing about it. I couldn't imagine being with this woman and hearing about this. That's what I can't imagine. I was just like, and I commented, and y'all know I don't normally comment on people's pages because I feel like my opinion is my opinion. But fuck all that. In that moment, I was just like, you posting this shit, I need for you to understand how crazy you sound. So you feel bad for him, not for her. You can't imagine what it's like to be him. You can't imagine what it's like to be her, though. And that's the thing, y'all. Like, it's just really gross. It's really, really gross. And I'm starting to feel like I don't know who's being paid, but you know how they got people outside the courthouse wearing Diddy t-shirts? Diddy is paying people. Like his his people are paying random crackheads and weird motherfuckers to come to court and yell out weird shit to the defendants, wearing t-shirts. All of that shit, I feel like is like the crackheads in the community being paid to act out this man's, will on the people who are coming to testify against him. That's what they're doing right now, right? I feel like this is a part of it too. Lauren and the rest of these people who are reporting this story the way they're reporting it, it's given you've been paid or you've been influenced to report this story in a certain manner. And I think normally we would have viewed it like, oh, we're going to be in this argument with you. I don't feel like I want to be in this argument with you. I just feel like I want to watch how y'all move and act accordingly. I don't even want to engage in arguing with you about this shit. I just want to peep how you reported on that story. I just want to peep how you worded that, how you said that, clock the type of woman you are and move around. It's just not what I'm on. It's not what I'm on, and I don't care. You could be on that. Go over there. So if there anybody in the comments that feel like they want to go up for these men, Lauren LaRosa is somebody that y'all should follow because she's running this story in a skewed way for y'all. Go find her. Okay? This ain't that. And I'm fine with that. I really don't care. Okay. Child, they said there wasn't nothing in the baby oil. So he really had that large amount of baby oil just because he wanted a lot of baby oil. That's wild. Wild, you guys. They also the cops inside his hotel room when they came to arrest him, he was still planning on having another freak off, y'all. Even while he was awaiting this situation, because if y'all recall, Brendan, he had just had his homeboy Brendan fly out to get him some more pink cocaine, okay? And when he went to the hotel in New York to wait on them to come and arrest him, they say that nigga had a fanny pack and a whole little setup, found lots of baby oil, Astro Glide, mood lighting device, and 2 small baggies of pink powder that tested positive for ketamine and MDMA. That was when they arrested him in September of 2024. So I need for y'all to understand just how crazy. Like, you're on trial for this, nigga. Why do you have these things with you? Like, y'all, that was another thing. Shout out to the girl who I've been watching, Mango. Is that her name, y'all? Yes, Rotten Mango. Shout out to Rotten Mango. Stephanie from Rotten, I think that's her name, Stephanie. Shout out to her because she's in a courtroom. And I really wanted to talk about how she said that Alex Fine, the way Alex Fine is in the courthouse staring down Diddy's side and the way Diddy's mama was side-eyeing Alex Fine, she said at one point, Diddy's mom, she said, first of all, she's this little bitty lady with these big ass glasses and these big ass wigs on, but she has this terrifying energy. That was the word that lady used, terrifying. She said, I was sitting maybe 2 seats behind Alex Fine. So when she was looking out the side of her eye, I thought she was looking at me, but she wasn't. She was looking at Alex. Alex may or may not have known that she was staring at him at that moment, but there have been other times when he is staring at them people, staring at Diddy with just such anger in his spirit. And I'm not mad because these things that they reporting on that this girl has been through is just terrible. It's just fucked up. It's ridiculous. Like it's really, really terrible. So Benda, the detective that searched his room, testified it appeared a woman was staying with Diddy in his hotel room before he was arrested. I wonder which woman was in the hotel room with him. I wonder. I also wonder what happened to Aubrey O'Day, because Aubrey was supposed to speak today along with Dawn and she didn't. And talking about I talked enough. Did you, bitch? I hope you provided some evidence. If you provided some evidence to the prosecution, I'll leave you alone. But I can't tell you how fucking aggravating I sometimes feel that Aubrey is, because Aubrey does a lot of lights, yeah, listen, but don't never give you no details. But it's a lot of going on. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So let me get into this. Dawn Richard. Shout out to Dawn. Okay. For the New Orleans girl. Shout out to Dawn. I really hope Dawn is doing okay today because this is a lot to go through, like as a person. In 2009, she saw Diddy attack Cassie. The women were in the kitchen, Cassie cooking eggs. He came downstairs screaming, belligerent, asking where his food was. Dawn testified he took the skillet with the eggs in it and tried to hit Cassie over the head with it, and she fell to the ground. It didn't seem that it had hit her fully, Dawn added, saying it seemed like Cassie dropped to the ground because she anticipated the hit. She went into the fetal position. Dawn testified Diddy dragged Cassie upstairs by her hair with his arm around her neck. She testified she heard glass breaking and yelling. Dawn said she didn't intervene or call the police because she was afraid of what that might mean for her. The next day, Diddy invited Dawn and Dirty Money group member Kalina Harper back to his home. He brought them into a recording studio, locked the door, and told y'all, lock the fucking door. All of that is strategic to scare you. Also, they talked about Cassie saying how often guns were just laid out everywhere. It's another tactic to keep people scared. If y'all are not paying attention, y'all, these are well thought out ways to mentally control everybody around you by always keeping them scared. Lock the door, guns everywhere. Come on, my nigga. Asking why niggas didn't leave. What? And told them that what they witnessed was passion and what lovers do, Dawn testified. And a lot of y'all think that. A lot of y'all think that abuse is passion, and I want y'all to know that it's not. It's really not. It's a mind fuck that people tell you. You can have passion, you can have all of this like energy that is healthy without somebody knocking your head between the washing machine and dryer, contrary to what these niggas tell you. Diddy added it was in our best interest if we didn't say anything, and that where he comes from, people go missing if they talk. Rashard testified. He then gave them flowers. Bitch, you might come up missing. I might kill you. You better not say nothing. Here goes some flowers and some money. Have a good day. Okay, tell y'all moms I said what's up. Dawn will return next week to continue her testimony. Also coming up, Cassie's former friend. Yeah, let's get into that. Let's get into that, y'all, because y'all, the former friend coming to the front, that white lady came up there and said, oh, I'm good and tired of this shit. Okay, hold up. Okay, now she was just explaining the RICO charge because some people are slow. All right, yeah, people be acting, we explain the RICO thing over and over again. Everybody just keep acting like they confused. It's exhausting. Okay, so first of all, Gene Deal.
This is Diddy's former bodyguard. We gotta proceed with caution. He will body slam my ass. But I'm gonna say, can we get a screen?
I was just watching you last night. That's crazy. I just saw your
Hey,
video.
sir. Good morning. How are you? Happy Monday. Can we get a scoop on anything new?
So what brings you into it?
Anything that used to happen that you might have seen?
Wow.
That you just willing to say? Okay. We got a reaction. That's cool. I can deal with that.
Diva.
Okay. The energy's weird. The energy's weird behind the interview. Let's just go Dawn. This is what I was talking about where I said I'm praying for Dawn.
Have a good day.
Yeah, how big is Diddy's dick?
That's whoa.
Wow. I get the 10 million
now, man.
Can somebody beat me up
Monetization.
for 10 million?
You're going too far. Yeah,
I want
man.
to get my ass beat for 10 million. I want to get my ass beat for 10 million. Isn't it freedom of speech? You have freedom of speech?
Have a good day.
She looked good. That suit was everything. But this is how a lot of people think, right? It's a lot of women out there that is like, oh, listen, you could do that to me for that amount of money. Okay. Sure. Diddy's defense attempts to poke holes in Dawn Richard's testimony, accuses her of altering her story on the stand. Your testimony has changed on quite a few things. Combs Westmoreland, you testified he attempted to hit her about the eggs, and Miss Ventura dropped down in the fetal position, right? Dawn said yes. Westmoreland, did you ever say you heard a pan hit the wall? You didn't see it? Dawn, I don't recall. Combs Westmoreland, would you agree with me it has been hard for you to keep your story straight with respect to this egg incident? Dawn, I told it as close as I could. Westmoreland, the day after, you say Mr. Combs said people go missing. Yes. Westmoreland, let's due to your interview, I guess let's go to your interview on March 18th, 2025. You did not say anything about Mr. Combs, what Mr. Combs told you. Y'all, they leaving words out because they typing fast. People go missing. Don Richard, I don't recall that. Westmoreland, no worries. I'm going to show you a document for the parties only. Combs Westmoreland, isn't it true the first time you said this was a week ago? Would you like me to show you your previous interviews? Don Richard, I know what I said. Westmoreland, you said Mr. Combs made a death threat, one that you didn't recall, 7 times. Let's move to alleged incident before the Central Park concert. You are aware there was a camera crew. Don Richard, not in the bathroom. Westmoreland, you were filmed in the park. Are you aware of the video that has been turned over? He said no. Combs Westmoreland, about the guns you didn't tell the prosecutors about. I saw guns at Diddy's house. Don Richard, they didn't ask. Westmoreland, you never saw Mr. Combs pull a gun out, wave it around, load bullets or cock it. Don Richard, he just had it. I don't like the way they're questioning her. I don't like the way they questioning her. Let me go back. Because the reason why I'm gonna tell you I don't care is you trying to prove that somebody is inconsistent about whether the eggs hit the wall or she actually got hit with the eggs. That's irrelevant, nigga. You trying to ask her these very specific questions to poke a hole in her story when the point of the story is he did something violent to Cassie and then the next day threatened us to stay quiet. Period. That's the point. Like, come on. You really sitting up here trying to argue with me about whether the eggs hit the wall or not, my nigga? Like, as if that's going to make the difference. That's the smoking gun. The eggs never hit the wall. Like, the fuck? Like, what that's supposed to prove? Talking about you didn't mention the guns. You didn't ask. This is a situation where you ask me questions and I answer them. This is not a situation where I'm just offering up shit to you just because. Like, what the fuck? Westmoreland, did you tell the government you saw Mr. Combs do cocaine? Don Richard, I don't recall. Westmoreland, your testimony has changed on quite a few things. Don Richard, as time progresses, I remember more. Combs Westmoreland, you saw One Stop sell drugs. You saw him take money. Don Richard, yes. Westmoreland, all right, 1 second. Didn't you tell the government you never saw anyone pay him? So you lied, right? No. Y'all see how he asked that question? Didn't you tell the government you never saw anyone pay him? So you lied, right? Like asking her 2 different questions at the same time. So she says no. Like no to what? Combs Westmoreland, it was you who reached out to Mr. Combs to work with him again. Don Richard, yes. Westmoreland, but he had threatened you, right? You asked him to work with you again? Yes. Okay. Like, what's hard about that? Everybody's still working with Diddy, even after, like, for instance, Usher and all of them are still showing up and going to parties, even though they watched him drag or punch Cassie in the stomach or whatever the fuck happened at that restaurant. Like, they still working with him. There's a lot of people that went back to him after everything that he did. Let's think about that tour that they filmed and put on Netflix. I don't know if it's still up there, but that tour was centered around all of the people that Diddy fucked, him trying to like fix that. Him offering them an opportunity to do a world tour and then offering them some of their music rights back. But at this point, he's flipped their music so much that it's not really worth anything anymore. So giving them their music back was, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, it didn't have the same value at that point, right? So Diddy had, like, business wise fucked over a lot of his artists. They still came back to work with him because what Diddy would do was blackball. Once he stopped fucking with you, he would tell everybody to stop fucking with you, to the point that if you wanted to work, you had to go back to him. And I think that's why, that's why she went back to him, because you blackballed her. You made it difficult for anybody else to want to work with her because she belonged to you at some point. That's basically what took place. But she said yes, she did reach out to him to work again. Let's see. Child, it's just girl. CNN was on it today, but I was just trying to Diddy files to dismiss Dawn Richard's lawsuit same day she testifies against him. Child, that'll probably be denied. That'll probably be denied. Aubrey, why didn't you show up? Aubrey says she will not testify in Diddy trial. She posted on, and she said, I posted on Instagram that I was here in New York and enjoying myself because I wanted to make it clear to everyone that I'm not here testifying, Aubrey said on their podcast. She also left a message on her egg story that read, I don't need to take the stand. I've been standing. However, I don't know what the however is, but you want us to come and listen to your podcast? Yeah, that's another reason why I don't like her. Because a lot of it is the same, you know what I mean? Like a lot of it seems to be, you using it for your advantage. Yeah, he did the fucked up shit that he did, but you're not really going to go and speak up in a way that matters. You're just going to keep insinuating shit on the internet. So y'all, Cassie's ex-best friend, Carrie Morgan, testified about a time she and Cassie hid from Diddy in the bushes, bitch. In the bushes crying, all right? She said, in Jamaica, I saw him drag her by her hair. I ran back to get my purse and phones so we could leave. AUSA, what did you say next? Carrie Morgan, I thought she was knocked out. Then she got up and ran into a wooded area. She'd already learned how to play dead. AUSA, what happened next? Carrie Morgan says, there were 2 golf carts in the driveway. I got in one and Sean got in the other. We went in different directions looking for Cassie. AUSA, did you find her? Morgan, yes. Then we hid in a ditch, whispering. AUSA, did Mr. Combs ever assault you? Carrie Morgan, yes. He hit me with a wood coat hanger and choked me. We talked about this, y'all. This is just her on the stand reiterating that he hit her with a wooden hanger behind her ear. What did he express concern about? Morgan, who Cassie was cheating on him with. AUSA, who did you speak to about it? Carrie Morgan, Ryan, Sean's old assistant. What did he do? Nothing. I have not spoken with Cassie since. Okay. Also, Cassie hit her up and was basically offering her money by way of Diddy. All right. Offer her, I think it was $300,000 maybe. And let me go to CNN. Because I think Cassie also then like gave her $1 million at some point or gave her more money. To make up for it. Child, you know them white friends get upset, girl. Listen, somebody white care about me. I don't have to stand for this. Okay, that's how the white women be acting. Okay, that's why a nigga get all scared and shit. It was 30,000. Okay, 30,000. I thought somebody said that Cassie had ended up giving her like $1 million. Child, I can't remember. Let me go through these. Hold up. Okay, hold up. What's today? Okay, hold up. Yeah, slide. Hold up, y'all. I gotta get to where it said like the video, cause this is hard work. Believe it or not. That's not what I want. I want current update. I want a current update. Catch up. Y'all, this shit is crazy though. It's crazy. Okay. I'm there now. Hold up. And these are that assistant. I didn't expect that assistant to look like that. Look like an old man. All right. Yeah, 30,000. She gave her 30,000. Okay. Morgan testified that she was best friends with Ventura for 17 years, but they currently don't speak because in 2018, that's when he assaulted her. Morgan testified she saw Combs get physically violent with Ventura on 2 occasions, and then he assaulted her. She said Combs sent her money, and she signed an NDA. Morgan testified Combs was not intoxicated or high during these times. Morgan testified that Ventura was very confident when they first met, but over the course of their friendship from the early 2000s to 2018, she lost her confidence. Morgan heard Combs criticize Ventura's appearance, how she behaved, and who she talked to, Morgan testified. Morgan testified she encouraged Ventura to speak with police the day of the 2016 hotel incident. She said that she never called law enforcement when Combs was violent because Ventura didn't want her to. Morgan said Ventura told her she couldn't leave Combs because he controlled everything. Later, Morgan would testify that Combs controlled Ventura's job, her car, her apartment. He controlled everything. She would have lost all of her livelihood. Then David James, Combs' former assistant, also took the stand. James said that he was with Combs every day he was working and traveled around the world with him. James testified Combs' security staffers often told him to stay in my lane, especially if he was asking too many questions. Do y'all hear this? Security telling another security to stay in your lane. This is stay out the business. Don't say nothing. Don't get involved. Let him continue to abuse this girl in front of you like nothing's happening. This is another addition to how this is a RICO. These are people he's paying. James said he recalled a conversation he had with Ventura where she said to him, "Man, this lifestyle is crazy." He said he agreed and suggested she leave, he testified. She said, I can't get out. Ventura told him, "Child, if that don't sound," that's why I'm telling y'all that girl, somebody told her to go watch What's Love Got to Do with It. And she got to that point in the movie where Tina is talking to her friend Jackie and she tells her, "I want to leave, but I just can't get out. You know, I know what it's like to have your own blood walk out on you. And I just can't walk out." Like, anybody seeing a fucking pattern? The hell? The helly? The Haliante? The Halle Berry. James said he recalled a conversation he had with Ventura, right? And she said she can't get out. Ventura told him, according to James, she told him Combs controlled her music career, paid for her apartment, and gave her an allowance. James will continue testifying tomorrow morning. You know what else he said? And I read this. Here's the part right here. When Combs talked about Kim Porter, he described her as his queen. When Combs talked about Cassie, James said he described her as moldable. "I got her right where I want her. She's young," Combs said. Okay, I just want everybody to be clear. This man told people he had plans for this girl. That's how you know that fucking lawsuit. I mean, not the lawsuit, the contract was a part of the whole thing. Okay? Child, I just can't get out. That shit is crazy. I just want to see if there is anything else. Prosecutors are continuing to focus on Sean Diddy Combs' control over Cassie as they aim to solidify sex trafficking charges against him. Mercedes Colwin, legal analyst and trial attorney, told CNN, "It all goes back to sex trafficking. And we already heard from Cassie that she was a recording artist that had signed a contract with Combs and then ultimately became a sex worker. And that means when you look at those charges of sex trafficking, it's force, coercion, violence. That's why talking about the violence and the level of control continues to solidify those specific charges against Combs," Cohen said. Ventura signed a 10-album contract with Combs' label Bad Boy Records at the beginning of her career and has testified that the music mogul had control over various aspects of her life. And this is why we tell all of the girls out there, stop thinking that just because some nigga is offering you gold that he really means you well. Because a lot of the times offering you comfortability, offering you fake safety is really just a way to get you in a position that you are extremely vulnerable to them. And that's basically what this is. Okay. Let's see. I just want to run through the wrap up of Dawn Richard's testimony as well. Richard said after she witnessed Combs' violent behavior, she told Ventura she should leave. Richard said she did not intervene out of fear for her own safety. Richard also testified she didn't immediately talk about the alleged abuse that she witnessed because Combs and Harv Pierre, the former president of Bad Boy Records, told her not to. When asked what made her speak out, Richard pointed to Ventura. Richard testified she often saw Combs taking drugs, including weed, ketamine, and cocaine. She didn't see him take opiates, she testified. Richard testified she heard Combs discuss Ventura's career with her. During those conversations, Combs would sometimes turn violent toward Ventura, but he'd usually say Ventura's career would progress on his timeline, Richard testified. Richard testified she saw Cassie Ventura at different times with injuries on her face, arms, and legs. After Combs was violent towards his former girlfriend, Ventura attempted to cover up the injuries with clothing, makeup, and sunglasses. Okay, now just as we I refresh my page, y'all, so I can see what came up during the time that I've been up here. Okay. So graphic images, y'all. Trigger warning. These are the pictures. Okay, that's a busted lip. Ugh. That's the bruises. She got some bruises there on her back and on her butt. Ugh. That go to gash in her that she said, when she hit the corner of that corner of the bed. Oh my God. Oh my God, y'all. And this is just some of it. This is just some of it. And also, I believe that some of this was from her mom. Like, especially some of this shit. Like, I think he had kicked her on her back, and her mom actually was the one that came and took the pictures and shit and said enough is enough. But y'all, like, even with the smile, it's so sad. Because it just shows you how normalized it was for her. It just shows you how normalized it was. And then y'all remember the times, back before they scrubbed the internet, where she would be like in a corner somewhere covered up and Diddy would be pulling his cell phone out on her and recording her and shit. Y'all remember that? Like, this is wild, y'all. Because to me, I think y'all think that people being hit is not that big of a deal. That's what I think. Justin Bieber declares he is not among Sean Diddy Combs' victims as the rap mogul faces trafficking trial. Yeah, I'm sorry, babe. I don't believe you. I don't. I think it's in his best interest to separate himself from this. And if he makes himself a victim in this situation, it's going to bring him into this shit in a way that he doesn't want to be brought into this shit. I'm going to just tell y'all. Diddy's associates are seeking a Trump pardon. I can remember when I said this and somebody was arguing with me like I was so stupid for wondering if this was a possibility, since this is your favorite celebrity president and these niggas go way back. And a lot of the things that Diddy did were at Trump Tower. Oh, look. Oh my God, y'all, look. Look at the way she looking at, look at the way Ivanka is looking at Kim Porter. Yo, whenever there's a beautiful black woman somewhere, they're wearing like a wine bench, looking jealous. Yeah, look at them, y'all. Look at them. Look at them. Birds of a feather flocking together. Oh, yeah, them niggas was friends. Friends. How many of us have them? Friends. Ones we can depend on to help us get out of jail. Okay, listen. Champagne Poppy, Tory Lanez, come home soon. Okay? All of y'all. I want y'all to know, everybody telling on themselves. Everybody telling Drake, we've already, look, 69 God. Kendrick has already told us about Drake. So when Drake speaks up on behalf of Tory Lanez, just know it's because he's one of those niggas. When they ask y'all, who are these niggas? He's one of those niggas. Okay? Let me see. Is there anything else that I want to get into before I get off of here? Child, not Millegro losing her lawyer trial. Listen, I might talk about that at another time in order to clip it. But yeah, that is basically all I got for y'all today. Oh, this last thing. Everybody, has people in the comments talking about how Cassie was jealous of Carisha. I'm like, by the time Carisha comes into play, I don't think that Cassie was actually jealous anymore of like that. The funeral in 2018 where he says that Kim was his soulmate and it made Cassie feel like, well, what the fuck did I go through all of that for? Because you're still an abuse victim, ma'am. This was like the final thing. Like, you really don't even give a fuck about me like that. Because look how and he did that intentionally. Y'all, he did that intentionally. He wanted to hurt her feelings. It's the same shit. It is the exact same shit as getting up there at the BET Awards and not thanking Carisha as she holds the Go Poppy sign in the crowd. It's the same thing as Cassie sitting there, at the funeral, and he's sitting up there talking about you know, Kim was my soulmate. Nigga, you ain't have no fucking soulmate. You wasn't never in love with these women. I think everything he did to Cassie, he put Kim through another version of it. I do. And I feel like this does not change how I feel about any of this. Anytime they point out how Cassie hit him too, Cassie was, you know, having sex with Diddy when Alex was FaceTiming her. I think Alex knew very well that he was gonna have to kind of like battle to get her to be free of the Diddy thing. Because you were there from jump. Like you were her trainer. You knew what it was. Like you knew that they were together. So if you were gonna eventually pull her away, that was gonna have to take time. You know what I mean? That was gonna have to take time. And I think Alex knew that. And I thank God that somebody had the capacity to show this woman patience and love and care after everything she went through. I just really want y'all to stop feeling like women are tossed away and dirty and not deserving of love from anybody when somebody does shit like this to them. I think that's so horrific to have a mentality that, oh, we feel so bad for him because he got to hear it. You think he hasn't heard it already? Do you know how fucking stupid all of y'all sound thinking that Alex has not heard all of this? That Alex probably wasn't there when she wrote the book, that Alex wasn't there when some of the shit was happening, and that over time she has absolutely been told. I mean, like he's told her, like, I'm sorry, she's told him about these things. It's wild to me. It's wild to me. Her being jealous of Kim is because of him in my book. It's because of triangulation. It's because he intentionally wanted her to feel less than. And I feel like he hurt Kim. So why is everybody, I'm not saying that he unalived her, but I think he hurt her. I think he abused her. They have the stories about the things that happened between the two of them too. So when y'all try to act like, oh, Cassie, you know, try to pin Cassie and Kim against each other just like he did, that's like, I wish y'all would just stop reiterating the abuse that we're already seeing has happened. This is not a competition about who mattered to Diddy more. That's not the point. And as soon as you recognize that that's not the point and that he's doing that intentionally to make you feel jealous, that's the only way he could really make you feel jealous, for real. You could see, like, because I think if she knows that this is how he treats other women, like the Gina situation, at first you jealous because who the fuck is this bitch? And then she looked like me. What is this? Are you trying to replace me with a younger model? All of those things, right? But then you see that she getting treated the same way. Now you're not as jealous anymore because you know she ain't getting no better version of him. I think a lot of us will feel jealous sometimes of men or you know, people period who we've been in abusive relationships with, because it's like somebody else is going to get a better version of them. Somebody else is going to get the version that they gave me for 5 seconds, and they're not a better person. They're not. If they were fucked up with you, they're fucked up with the other person. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that they the same fucked up person with whoever they with that they were with you. They want you to think that that person is getting somebody different so that you'll feel like, oh, well, maybe he'll want to be that way with me. They always want you to want to come back. Because as long as you want to come back, they can explain away the abuse. You wanted it. You wanted it. You wanted it. Right, I'm gonna tell y'all, nefarious as fuck the way niggas will try to find ways to convince you that you want shit that you really don't want. And as a woman, I think one of the things we have to go through is learning how to identify when we really not comfortable with something, because we've been socialized to go along to not cause a problem. Because whenever you cause a problem, everybody points the finger to you. If somebody, you know, if a man does you something and you scream, ouch, everybody's going to look at you like you the crazy one because you said ouch out loud, basically. Like, just be quiet and let it happen. It is the idea. Y'all, it's all a mind fuck. And yes, as y'all are saying in the comments, just like he did it, caused that triangulation between Kim and Cassie, then created the triangulation between Cassie and Gina, then created the triangulation between Gina and Carisha. That's the way he moves in his relationships. would you consider this situation a bit of, not a bit, it's not a bit, it's a lot, Stockholm syndrome? That's exactly what happens. Like, this is what happens after you've been in an abusive situation, especially for so long, and especially with somebody who everybody loves. I think that makes it even harder for the abuse victims, is that not only are you contending with the gaslighting that happens in these abusive, toxic cycles, but other people telling you that your experience is not your experience or you deserved it. You know what I'm saying? There are certain people that I don't watch because I already know the energy that it's gonna give. Y'all know I don't need to watch everybody else's shit of this. Like, some of the people I already know. I've heard you talk about this, I've heard you talk about that. I already know how you're gonna be about it. No, thank you. I'm out listening to my fucking self, Erica De Niro, Jamie, okay, Child Milagro. They got a whole bunch of other people, you know what I'm saying, that report on these stories with the same intelligence and empathy that I feel like it requires. I don't want to hear this from people who don't know how to handle it with the care that I feel like it needs to be handled with. Because this is triggering for all of us who have been through any type of domestic violence, abuse, assault. It is triggering. And it should not be handled in a, salacious manner. And I hope that's never the way that I'm handling the situation, because I see myself in some parts of this story. So I will not handle it in a way as if it is separate from myself so much. And I feel like when people do that, it's a real lack of empathy in reporting this story that I see amongst a lot of people. And that's why once I'm done with this, it's me and the Sims, bitch. It's me and Mama Tina Knowles. I'm reading Matriarch by Tina Knowles, y'all. When I tell y'all, it's crazy how often we read people's books and it's like we had the same experience. Mama Tina Knowles' child had a lot of similar situations to me growing up. From dealing with the nuns to, being the protective person. You know what I mean? Like, just so many things. And I'm only on like chapter 18 or something like that. But once I'm done with this, I'm either listening to people who I know understand this type of abuse, and they're going to report and they're going to talk about this with the empathy it requires. I am no longer putting myself in a space of dealing with people that are okay with triggering me because they get off on it, or because it's something they don't understand, or they just want to be contrarian because they like Chris Brown, because they like DDG, because they like Diddy, because they like R. Kelly. Like, they like these people, so they don't want to see them clearly. Therefore, there's no reason for us to have a conversation, because you can't back your point anyway. Rotten Mango is hitting. I have been watching Rotten Mango. I love the way she talks about it, actually being in a courtroom, giving you the energy of what's going on. One of the things she talked about before I leave is how Diddy was writing on his little sketch pad, giving it to the lawyers. And she said, he strikes me as the type of person that is not going to let his lawyers just do their job. He's going to keep, putting in what he wants to put in, which honestly, I feel like is why some of these questions sound so stupid. Some of these questions are framed the way they are because the abuser is actually the person asking the questions. Just like Diddy was the person that would tell Cassie to give the money, or, to whoever, to the escorts, to her friend. She's the go-between. What do y'all think is happening with him and them lawyers? What y'all think was happening with him and them lawyers? The lawyers are the go-between. That's why I can't stand this part of the process. Even though it has to happen, it re-victimizes the victim, because it allows the person that they are, saying harm them, that they have fear of, this person is now asking them questions that is supposed to like prolong the abuse. It's really fucked up. But you could tell him writing on his little notes, being angry about things being said, wanting a certain question to be asked a certain way. I wonder how long he's going to keep this team of lawyers, because y'all know he had a lot of, some people quitting and all of that. So I would really like to know what the rest of the lawyers are, how they're dealing with him as a client, because, I mentioned it, but y'all see when lawyers quit, is because they dealing with somebody that's hard to defend. It's very simple. Yeah, no, I don't think the lawyers are going to be able to save him either. Like the lawyers coming out saying, like, we know he's a piece of shit, but this is not a criminal organization ran by a piece of shit. And I'm just like, so why is there always an employee? Why is there always an employee? Why are there always an assistant, a security guard? And another thing, y'all, and I thought about this today, y'all, Cassie would have died a long time ago if he wasn't as rich as he was, as he is. Like the drug use, the days and days of sex. Cause I was like, too much of anything can kill you. And my husband's like, you think too much sex can kill somebody? Yes, absolutely. As a woman with a vagina, say at some point the sex now makes me raw on the inside and you keep doing it. So then at some point I might start bleeding internally. If I start bleeding internally, I can catch an infection. The infection can cause an overall infection in my body that I can't fight off and I can die. I'm not even a doctor. I don't have any expertise in this whatsoever, y'all. So you could tell me if I'm wrong. But the way my mind works and the way I know my vagina and all of that work, too much sex can absolutely kill somebody. Because I've heard of it killing children. So I imagine in a woman that if he did not have doctors to come in and give them IV drips, if he didn't have somebody to send her to immediately, she would have died a long time ago. It's really his wealth that has been saving him from people finding out. Because if he was just a regular nigga doing this to another, poor person, because they got poor niggas. Y'all seen Hustle and Flow? They got niggas without a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Somehow, because of the society we lived in, are always able to find some young girl somewhere that they can pimp out. So you know that the women that die and all of that are poor, that's happening because they don't have access to health care. He absolutely, I'm telling y'all, that girl probably would not have made it if it wasn't for the fact that he was trying to protect what he had done. Yeah, the infections alone could have killed her. Thank you. Because that's what I was thinking when they said that the antibiotics wasn't working no more. So that means that her body is now built up a resistance to medication. So if she gets any other type of infection, the shit may not work. I knew a girl that hemorrhaged when her virginity was second child. Because most guys are ignorant about a woman's body. Absolutely. Yes, they are. Okay. But that's all I got for y'all today. I'm done. Lyric told me I was going to be on here for 3 hours. He was right. You're all right, my friend. And your vagina can fall out. I forgot about that. That's terrible. Thank you for reminding us. She could have OD'd too. But anyway, y'all, I'm done. I'll be back tomorrow for Real Housewives of Atlanta. But it was so much over the weekend, so much with the testimony. I don't want to get caught behind. So I just wanted to go ahead and get that out. So I appreciate y'all for coming through. To all my people out there that's going through it, that this triggers, I'm with y'all. And we're going to always be able to talk about this shit from the standpoint of a safe space as far as I'm concerned. I'm not like everybody else, and I'm not going to pretend to be, okay? This is a safe space, and that's what I'm trying to curate. And, that's it. That's all. All right, y'all. Have a good one.